Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Kewanee High School Sports and Special Events at YouTube Live before the start of this wrestling meet between your Kewanee Wrestling Boilermakers and the Alleman Pioneers, as well as the Riverdale Wrestling Rams. So should be a really good opportunity for Kewanee. And we have to give you all of our sponsors. We sure do appreciate them. And then they, of course, are Breedless Sporting Goods in downtown Kewanee, Ed Morris Automotive Group, GMC, and Chevrolet in Kewanee, Hammond Henry Hospital in Geneseo in Kewanee, Union Federal Savings and Loan Association in Kewanee, Goods Furniture House in Kewanee, as well as the State Bank of Toulon, Gustafson Ford in Kewanee, OSF St. Luke Medical Center in Kewanee, Great Dane in Kewanee, Community State Bank in Galvin, Kewanee, Kewanee Physical Therapy and Rehab Specialists, as well as Martin Engineering in Neponset, as well as Kewanee Schools Foundation, Edward Jones in downtown Kewanee, Cernovich's Auto and Truck Wrecking in Kewanee, People's National Bank, Cerno's Bar and Grill and Coco's Coffee Shop, both in downtown Kewanee, and also Mel Foster in Kewanee. So glad you could join us. My name is Russ Hughes. Alongside is Matt Taylor, the coach, and we're looking forward to having a lot of fun tonight, and we'll have some expert analysis by the one and only Matt Taylor, the head coach of the Kewanee football team, and a very, very good gentleman, and really has a good time with these wrestlers, of course, and it's nice to be able to have him here. And, of course, Jacob Doan is our videographer. We sure do thank him also, and it should be a nice opportunity for Kewanee against these two very good wrestling programs, especially the Riverdale Rams, Coach Taylor.
Yeah, the Riverdale Rams, I'm not sure how much actions they've had this year. They might have had one meet, but historically, Coach Eads, I think he got his first win against them last year, and that was a great thing. Riverdale, so everybody knows, they had two state champions on their team last year. One of them's he is a graduated college freshman, I'm sure, somewhere, but that was Blake Smith. And they have a returning two-time state champ, if I'm not mistaken, and that is Mr. Dean Wainwright, and he should be wrestling somewhere around 138. So, yeah, going back even the year before that, they have a Brock Smith, and they also have another individual, and I apologize, I forgot their name. But, yeah, they're about 30 deep. They got a nice group of freshmen that came in their youth program's very good as well. So, and they even got some good wrestlers that are on the basketball team. So
you mentioned Dean Wainwright. Is that what? He's just a junior.
I think that's a typo. I'm pretty sure
he's a senior.
I'm pretty confident he's a senior.
Okay, gotcha.
But unless they're giving out a COVID fifth-year eligibility,
Stop it now.
I don't think so. I think he won as a freshman, somewhere around the 113, 120 pound, and then last year he won at the 132 weight class. So, and he had 1 year where he didn't win. So, I'm pretty confident he's a senior. And if I'm mistaken, you can hold me to it. But yeah, so they're real good. Alleman's a little bit less in regards to numbers are concerned, but they've had some good wrestling over the years, and they look like they're sitting around 14, 15 athletes. I do not see on either team as many females. Kewanee has about 4 or 5 females that are wrestling, and so I'm not sure how much of that we'll see tonight, but I don't see any females, minus the managers and statisticians. I don't see anything for the Riverdale team and or the Rock Island Alleman team.
And speaking about the girls wrestling, Kewanee's going to be over at Princeton tomorrow, and they'll be playing in the Princeton Girls Invite. That starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then on December the 20th, they'll be at Morris for the Morris Invite, the girls will. Geneseo on January 12th, and also February 6th and 7th. And then 13th and 14th for the sectionals, and the state would be on the 28th of February. Looking forward to a real good opportunity for the Kewanee wrestling Boilermakers to have some fun here. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and some new faces out there coaching for Kewanee this year, Coach.
Yeah. I see Coach Ray is a first-year teacher in the ag department, and it's one of the M's, and I apologize, but I've talked to him a little bit, and I think it's Marengo. He was a graduate at Marengo and wrestled up there. And then they also have one of Coach Eads' old wrestlers, Trevor Samitis, so he's helping out as well. Some of the youth coaches are here as well. I see one of the wrestlers that did a lot of open gyms this year. He's a volunteer, but gets in here and helps out all the time too. So, and then I'm sure Coach Miles is running around somewhere, our junior high coach.
And you're going to be having some fun this year. We, of course, want to hear about the wrestlers that have gone to the next level and are wrestling, and I know that you'll have that information for us here, which will be kind of nice. And see Vinnie Miles over there on the scorer's table, as well as Greg Christos will be on the PA.
Yep.
And it should be, here we go, and here's Greg Christos. He's got an announcement to make, I think, Coach.
Illinois. On behalf of everyone at the Kewanee High School, I'd like to welcome you to Brockman Gymnasium for this evening's wrestling matches between our visitors from Alleman Catholic High School and Riverdale High School and your Kewanee Boilermakers. The officials for this evening's matches are Scott Holbrook and Eric Baker. At this time, we would like everyone to please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our great country with the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, fans, wrestlers,
Talk here a little bit about
coaches, before we
near to
begin
our hearts.
tonight's wrestling action, we are going to pause for a very special announcement regarding
Hopefully you
a
can
cornerstone of Kewanee High School Boilermaker
what Greg
community.
Christos is talking
We are incredibly proud to recognize our own athletic director, Mr. Tim Atwell, who has just received a tremendous honor. Yesterday, Mr. Atwell was named the 1A, 2A State Athletic Director of the Year. This prestigious award is given in recognition of outstanding leadership, dedication, and tireless effort in supporting all of our student athletes, coaches, and athletic program here at Kewanee High School. Mr. Atwell's commitment to excellence and sportsmanship is truly unmatched. We are asking everyone in the gym to join us in showing their appreciation for this hard working and commitment. Please join me in a massive round of applause for State Athletic Director of the Year, Mr. Tim Atwell.
And well deserved. Okay. Nice thing here, we're watching.
Congratulations, Mr. Atwell.
The Jumbotron
Thank you for
here,
everything
really
you do for the
nice.
Boilermakers. And let's get it time to wrestle.
Okay, here we go. And how appropriate. He was a wrestling coach here, of course,
Yes.
for a number of years and worked his way to with track and field. And then, of course, decided to go ahead and become athletic director. And what a plus that was for Kewanee.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge plus to have him doing that. And you know, he was announced by Greg Christakos, who Coach Atwell actually took over from Greg Christakos. And if anybody knows, you drive out near Kewanee High School, Coach Atwell's truck or his little convertible BMW is in the parking lot on a regular, if not daily basis. I'd say pretty close to 350 to maybe every day of the year. But has a well-deserved retirement coming up soon, and I imagine he'll still stay involved. But what a great honor for him. He deserves it. So
he sure does. And now we're getting some information here. Handshakes all around between these three teams, and it should be fun. Wrestling coming up here. Our first chance to see the Boilermakers here at H.F. Brockman Gymnasium on that campus, and I do mean campus of Kewanee High School. And Coach, what has happened? What has changed here at Kewanee over the course of the time when you were here as a student until now?
Yeah, they just keep, they've improved the facilities, the instruction, the coursework that's offered throughout the year as far as academics, because ultimately academics is the most important. But it's crazy, highlighted by, we got great band program, we have great theater, we have dance, we have ag, which has really taken off and has won some great state and national honors. As well as some of the teachers, our superintendent's been recognized. Both our previous superintendent, Dr. Sullins, as well as our current superintendent, Mrs. Maney, was just honored as essentially an awardee of a huge state agricultural supporter and leader in the state. And so more to come on that. But, yeah, the campus has definitely grown facility-wise, as well as the coursework.
So good JV match, it looks like, Coach, huh?
Well, no, I think this is going to be – on the far side, we've got this is starting off our 106 right here. This is freshman Ryan Conway. And so he'll be wrestling. It says there's a forfeit, but maybe this is exhibition. So I don't see if they're getting his looks like he's getting a forfeit, or they wrestled him up to see Isaiah Rosas. So
my goodness.
Yeah. Didn't hear the announcement. However, Ryan, just so you know, so even though Ryan was pinned there, Ryan had 2 wins yesterday. Ryan is a freshman. He's wrestling 106. But Russ, just so you know, he's running around the 80-pound to 85-pound range.
And he won twice yesterday.
Wow. And so, when what he's going to have is he's going to have a lot of matches this year and get a lot of experience. But ultimately, he's laying under. He's wrestling a little bit underweight, even at the 106. But he's a great kid. Did a lot this summer. And over on the other mat, we got Dontel Womack doing a exhibition match. Dontel's a senior, wrestles anywhere between 144 or 157. Not sure what they had the lineup for over there, but looks like Dontel Womack against Town Kerner is his name. And Dontel's already got a takedown and received 4 back near fall points, so he's up 7-0 over there.
Boy, he was fun to watch last year.
Oh, yeah.
And he really has had a lot of fun.
Yep. So Riverdale gets a forfeit at 113. Right now, Kewanee's not rolling out a 113-pounder, so there must have been a Cole Smith who won against Ryan Conway from Riverdale. So Cole Smith pinned Ryan Conway. And then Finley Sullivan received a forfeit at 113.
And at 120, it'll be Benjamin Porter and Trenton Edens.
Yep, Benjamin Porter from Riverdale and Trenton Edens. Trenton Edens is a senior this year. Trenton also had 2 wins last night over at Sherrard, against Sherrard and Mercer County.
And that is 2 very, very, very good programs that he wrestled at.
For sure. And this will be a good test for Trenton. Trenton's this is his first year in the starting lineup, even though he's had a lot of wrestling over the last 3 or 4 years. So this will be good. Be a good test. He's been improving, putting in the time. So this will be interesting to see. Right now, both of them are working inside, trying to work some head control and working up their ties up top. I haven't seen nobody's really changed levels and gone for a single leg, or a high crotch or any kind of double yet. So
7-1 on the south mat, by the way.
There's an attempt at a double. Trenton bails out to prevent from getting put on his back. So Riverdale's up 3-0.
Doing the walking around and then.
Yeah, he's trying to run out and find a spot where he can sit out and build up to his base. And
so he mentioned 3-0.
Yep.
So there's a pin there for Porter.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're going to have a little hesitation. We're going to clean up the mat a little bit. So put a little tight waist on him, and
the winner with a pin.
Unfortunately,
120 pounds with Riverdale.
that's the winner, Benjamin Porter from Riverdale. So, and that was a fall over Trenton Edens.
15-2 down here on the south mat, which is really nice job this time by Dontel Womack.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so they're working some exhibition down there, and Dontel, even though he's available for the lineup, he must not be in the starting lineup tonight, but he's going to get some matches.
And you always can do better if you're able to go ahead and have some matches, obviously.
Yeah, we've had, we got guys take their matches when they can get them, and, whether it's, you're not exactly where you're at when you want it, you just go wrestle because that's where you're going to get better at, so.
Winner to JV match at
And Dontel does. He wins it with a fall in the exhibition match over there.
So we saw somebody selling some really nice shirts down there as you came in here, which was really cool. Not very expensive.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that a little?
The senior class is selling some holiday kind of Boilermaker T-shirts, which clearly could be used year in and year out, and that's the senior class. They're raising some money for their senior class trip, and so some last few days to get some things ordered before the quick print, and they give them to you before the holidays. So that's what's going on down there. That was senior class advisor, Mrs. Carmichael, Lori Carmichael.
Really nice person, too. By the way, on the South Mat is another exhibition, as you mentioned. We'll give you those names. Brandon Bristol from Alleman, I believe. And
that'd be Riverdale down
I'm
there.
sorry.
So,
Okay, and then Nolan Aldrich.
Nolan Aldrich from Kewanee via the Neponset Zephyr line that we now have assumed. Neponset, the town, has, we've been consolidated for quite some time now, and Nolan is a football player and a wrestler. He's freshman. This is his first year out wrestling, and I got to work with Nolan and talking to Nolan. He's out to learn and about wrestling and to get better, but he's played linebacker on the football team, running back, and he's out just to get better and become more physical and get in shape and learn how to control his body. So saw some good things over the first 2 meets. He's had a chance to wrestle each night as an exhibition, and it's been fun to watch him. He's got some athleticism, and there he goes.
Good job.
Yep. I think I don't know if he got his escape. He still has, Riverdale has his leg, so he needs to clear that leg so that he can get his one. But Nolan's a first-year wrestler, and it's good to see him out, and that's how programs are built, and that's how athletes get better. So
Kingston Peterson will be wrestling on the north mat here against Elijah Newton of Riverdale.
Yeah. So this should be a good match. Kingston Peterson, 3-time sectional qualifier, 35 wins a season guy. Been in the starting lineup for 4 years. This is his senior year, and he had probably the best match as far as wins are concerned last night against Sherrard. His match and who he wrestled and how he dominated last night was probably the most impressive match I saw last night. So And he's wrestling up from 120. He was 120 last year, and as a senior, he's growing, but he's wrestling up at 126 this year. So he's a lot of good things for Kingston this year.
He has the upper hand a little bit here, but no points as of yet.
No, he needs to clear that arm and get control. And he's trying to send a Butcher in here, and there's his 3 points. So very good. And Kingston's smart. He needed to secure that 3 points, and the Butcher was applied almost more so to get his arm off of his leg, even though it could have led to a pinning combination. Got a good tight waist here, keeping him heavy, throwing in a half as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, and he's trying to send a leg in, but
he works very well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Right now he's looking like he's trying to drop down and potentially roll him into a spladle. He's trying to get some near fall points. Got to be smart here. And reaching down.
Some of these.
Yep. And here we go. He's a tilt. So he 2-on-1, sitting back and getting a tilt.
He was close to getting the pin there.
And got 4 near fall points. So he's up 7-0 right now. So he's trying to work it. He's got to be cautious of the arm. He's got one chicken wing in.
Trying to turn him over here.
Getting a chicken wing, and he's trying to work a arm bar. Gave him another 4 points. So
end of the first period.
Yeah.
Nice lead for Kiwani's Kingston Peterson. You know, one thing that we noticed there was the 3 points for the takedown. That's changed it from the last year or two, hasn't it?
Yeah, last year was the first year that 3-point takedowns were in effect. Historically it was 2-point takedowns with 2 and 3 near fall. Now it's 3-point takedowns with 3 and 4, 2, 3, and 4 points. So, but Kingston. The good thing there was Kingston was, very cognizant of he was in the good position and he ended up getting his 3 points. Sometimes, Kingston's a mature wrestler. He's been around a lot, had a lot of matches in his career, so it pays off when he was clearly aware that he needed to get the points for the work he did, and then he's been working very strong on top. Again, another chicken wing in. Looked like he's doing a claw. And he's trying to set back and or run the opponent's arm. He's got double chicken wing now. And then he ran around the top of the head, and he's collecting 4 more near fall points.
Yep, and it's not on the scoreboard yet, unfortunately.
Yep.
But anyway, to make a long story short, Kingston really working hard every step of the way, and that almost a stall on the Riverdale wrestler.
Well, he's not gonna be able to do too much with the double chicken wing. Kingston needs to make sure if he's losing any type of grip, he came back over, set him down. Sometimes those pinning combinations, you just can't quite get their shoulders on the mat, but he's clearly out in front and controlling this match.
4 more points.
And they look like they got it up there at 11.
Now they do, 11-3.
To 3. Well, they flashed a 3, but I don't think he's earned a point yet. So
11-0.
Yep. And here we go. He's rolling a shoulder, but he's just staying heavy. I know Kingston will look. Coach Eads talked a lot the last couple matches for his team that when they're on top, he's stressing on them to make sure that that they're staying heavy when they're on top, not letting the opponent build up. So,
and how tiring that has to be for the wrestler who's on the bottom this entire time, trying to get away, and it just does not happen.
Yeah, as long as the bottom wrestler's working, sometimes that's when if they're not working, they're going to get a stall call. But yeah, it's not. It's and he sucks him back here, so. It's clearly it's not a fun day when you're getting, he's probably been ridden now for 4 minutes.
3 points additional now, so it's 14-0.
Yeah, one more. He's either going to pin him or he's going to get a technical fall here as long as he keeps doing what he's doing. So.
And he wants to get this.
Yeah, it'd be nice for
pin.
the team points to get a pin. So.
Oh, this is
going to lift
tough.
his head up.
Yep.
And finish it good.
Listening to Coach Eads say, get the head up, just like you said, Coach Taylor.
Yes. Yeah, and
now
in the Riverdale opponent, it's a dual scenario. Even though it's individual wrestling, Riverdale's trying not to give up the extra team point.
There it is. Good.
Yeah, that's a little recovery from our point. So there we go. Kingston Peterson with a fall, and that puts him. I don't have all the records tonight, Russ. As they start shaking off the rust from the system, but Kingston, I watched him win 2 last night. I think that puts him to 5-0 in the season. So
18-6 the score now. Riverdale with a 12-point lead, and coming up now is going to be Corbin Mathis.
And Corbin's a freshman. He's a first-year wrestler, and talked to him in the hallway today. He's being thrown in here as a young man freshman. He was excited about it. Unscheduled a little bit. Landon Greenhagen isn't wrestling tonight due to a match last night. He kind of got dinged up a little bit, but Landon Greenhagen would be the senior and would be the wrestler. He's earned the spot, and Mr. Mathis here is filling in. And this is for Landon. So
Brian Gambor.
Good experience. Yep. And getting down to his stomach. So
good job by Mathis to just stay off his back. That's important. So the early lead 3-0.
And I think if we're not mistaken, I think Corbin Mathis might be the Riverdale. Our wrestler is
Brian
Gambone.
Okay, thank you.
So I gotta look at the roster, I think, but
okay.
And that's Brian Marino Gamboa. So from Kiwani, he was pinned, but first-year wrestler. He was in good spirits. He's been out a few times this year. I think he's enjoying it. When you talk to the young guys, you kind of just check to them. You let them know, hey, you first start wrestling. It's a tough road to hoe, but you keep their spirits up. So here's Dean Wainwright, 2-time state champion, against Hunter Vansel, and he's in on a quick takedown right now. So
Hunter's a pretty darn good wrestler too, for that matter.
He is, and and Dean Wainwright is, what else do you say? He's 2-time strong, quick, and right now he's getting the best of Hunter. So.
And Hunter giving it the old college try, isn't he?
He is.
In high school.
He found himself, unfortunately, Dean threw a half Nelson in real quick, and Hunter's working up, trying to free his arms. But Dean's running an arm bar, looks like, with a chicken wing, and he's just very, very good, obviously, as a state champion. You don't lose those skill set. You have good days and better days.
7-0.
So, yeah.
7-0 the score now. Good job by Hunter. I mean, that's awful tough. I mean, we watched him. He was a very, very good wrestler last year for Kiwani.
Oh, he is. And Hunter's going to have a great season as a senior. He doesn't shy away. He stepped right out, wrestled Dean Wainwright a little bit better last year. But when you got we've had it multiple times when you got a state champion come into the building, someone's going to draw the state champion, and usually, the state champion is successful. But Hunter went out there and gave it his best. So.
144 pounds from Riverdale.
Lane Taylor is wrestling now for Kiwani. You might know who that is.
Yeah, Lane's got some wins this season, and working right now. He was working a 2-on-1 there for a second, but he's staying tall.
2-year starter for the Boilermakers, and a hard-working young man, and played both varsity and Riverdale football this year.
Yep, he got some business with the football team, and it was good. And he's staying busy and staying active, so needs to change levels here a little bit as they both go out of bounds. So
Would you go ahead and explain what you mean by changing levels, please?
Well, if you watch, those that are watching at home, they're up tied. They're both tying up top around their necks and trying to get head control. Well, eventually now you see Lane takes a knee to the ground. You got to get under that a lot of times. You can hope and want, but the better wrestlers, they have very good what they call head and hand control. And here we go. Lane dropped down to a single. He needs to pull this in, get his 3.
Quick.
He needs to stay in.
So quick that time, Coach.
So here
and
he
got
goes.
it.
Yep, he got it. Turned him over. He's getting near fall points. It's going to be tough. He's got to keep his foot in. Foot in. Now he's out. Yeah, now he's out. So, but anyway, so he changed levels. If you're working the head up top, right, and then he ends up with an ankle, that's what we mean. He's just changing levels. Or you're going to sit there and work through. If a guy's good at hand fighting and head control, you're not going to be real successful. So whether it's a dink and a dunk and a fake and change angles, right, you eventually have to change levels to go get some action if you're going to be offensive. So
7-0 after that, and the officials talking to the head coach for the Riverdale Rams, it looks like. By the way, let's give the head coaches, Charlie H. for the Kewanee Boilermakers, and for Riverdale, it's Aaron Kindlesberger, I believe is how it's pronounced, and for the Alleman Pioneers, their head coach is Norman C.J. Jacks.
Jacks, yes.
And let's go ahead and give the assistant coaches for Kewanee, too, if we could, briefly here. If I can find Trevor Samitis, and then, of course, Connor Ray.
Yep, Coach Ray, the first-year teacher this year. Yep.
Okay. And there's some more people on there. I know you help out also.
Yeah, whenever they need me to pick up some food or drive a bus or something. So, anyway, looks like they didn't overturn anything. Lane Taylor got his 7 points, but he's got to work this ride. He definitely – anyway, so –
very, very quick. The big thing in wrestling, if people can see what's going on, is the quickness of Lane Taylor.
Yeah. And, the wrestlers, where you start to get better, and Lane's working on that, and he has some signs of doing that all the time, is what they call chain wrestling. So get out of there. The chain wrestling is move with a backup move, with a backup move, with a backup move. And when you start doing that, and particularly when you get 2 wrestlers that are doing that, it looks just almost like very poetic or fluid, and it's almost like they're rolling, and that guy knows what he's doing, and he counters it and counters it and counters it, and you get what they call some very good scrambles. So Lane Taylor working on getting out, needs to hand control. Riverdale's trying to do a mat return. Lane's trying to get his arm in and sit down.
7-1 the score right now in the second period.
Yep.
Lane Taylor in the lead.
Yeah, he needs to take his 1 and get clear.
There you go.
Stay low. So
he almost had a reversal, Coach.
Yeah, he did. The Riverdale was smart and gave it up before he gave up 2 points. And as you said it, everybody at home, reversals are worth 2 points. And just getting out of the control of your opponent would be an escape, and that's worth 1. So,
now that time, I'm kind of curious as to why they would go ahead and have them go back in when Lane Taylor still had one of his feet in there.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they saw either. Lane's got it down on a sweep single, and he needs to close this up.
Almost had it there.
Yep, he needs to finish the move, but it's good. He's changing levels a little bit, and when you change those levels, also you have to go forward. You got to penetrate. You got to commit, and you got to go deep into the opponent's body so that you can maintain control, or you end up scrambling. Lane's on a 2-on-1 here, and so either sometimes he'll throw by or he'll drop off of that arm and take a leg if that guy wants to give it to him. So, and this is not what he needs.
But look at that. He almost had it. Can he get almost had the reversal? Almost had it. It shouldn't take down, I should say. My goodness.
He needs to quit reaching back.
There we go. 2 points. 3 points. Excuse me. Yes. Good.
Yep. 3 points.
11-1.
Now he's putting legs in. He needs to straighten this out, and you can see the opponent still is up on his knees. Lane needs to drop his hips to the ground, not his, but the opponent's hips. But he's trying to get some back points here. So he's looking away, and he's
there's
turning the guy.
Points there.
Yep.
Oh, saved by the bell.
Yep. So
3 more points.
Yep.
Makes it 14-1.
Yep. 14-1, and the opponent's going to take down. So
he needs points badly.
Yep. And this is where, talked with Coach Eads a little bit yesterday and then today at school, this is where, right now, this is where awareness of where you're at in the match. Lane Taylor's up 14-1. This is where you should take a quick look at the scoreboard and realize, hey, it's going to take a lot. You keep wrestling, but it's going to take a lot for this other wrestler to come back. And so you do things a little bit different. You still are aggressive. You're still tough. But
yeah. 1 point given to the...
Yeah, I think Lane must have had an arm bent or potentially dangerous. So, and that's the job of if you're the wrestler on top and you're controlling a guy's arm, it's your responsibility not to hurt him. And so that's why the point is given to the down wrestler. If you do not control how you put that person's arm, you will be penalized for potentially hurting them. So.
Textbook takedown there, Coach.
Yeah, Matt returned him real well. Still no points given, but it was a good Matt return, which was good.
14-2 the score.
Now
Lane
here
Taylor.
he goes. He's putting another leg in, but now he's a little high. Here we go. He's flattened the hip out. He needs to keep the downward pressure, and he's going to work on a power half and try to, again, receive some more back points. So here he goes. He's running a half and an arm bar, and now he's going to just run a power half over. So here he goes.
And he's got him in the back now.
You got to suck that up and get a pin. There we go.
There's the pin.
Good.
What a masterful way to control the match, Coach Taylor.
Yep.
And just a sophomore.
Yep.
And I'm guessing it probably has a little bit of his success has to do with having 2 brothers that are wrestlers.
Yeah.
I think
Lane's got some goals that involve his brothers and what his brothers have done. And part of the reason he's the last guy through, and so he gets to write the books if he wants to, because he's the last one going. So his brothers, it was good. It was good that they did pick on him, but they probably shouldn't have picked on him, because he's going to try to make it right. So here's Chance to Splinter. Chance is another senior. Kewanee has a lot of seniors. Chance has been looking good. He's wrestling up at 150, a little bit higher than he did last year. He wrestled 132 last year, and Chance got a win last night, 2 wins last night, and looked real good. So
30-12 the score right now.
Yep.
Riverdale over the Boilermakers.
Yep. Chance has done a lot of wrestling for Kewanee. I mean, it goes back to junior high days. He was a state qualifier down in junior high, and then he's had some success in the regionals. And I think he made it to sectionals. I think it might have been his sophomore year. Last year he was unfortunate. He was unable to wrestle at regionals, but Chance has been around, and this is Chance's thing. Chance also does some soccer and does some track as well. So good athlete, very fit, trim, strong, lanky, right, which is a good thing in wrestling, I think, lanky. But he's wrestling 150 this year, which is great. So
this is Triton Pullfrey for Riverdale. And Chance, again, this is at 150, as you mentioned. First period.
Yep.
Trying to see the...
Yep. He's trying to maintain some control here. He's got a waist. He's trying. He can lock his arms. He's going through the crotch. He's lifting and then returning. Nice return. So that's the thing. College gives riding time, but high school doesn't. But it's very important to not give up a free point. If you can demoralize your opponent by riding them for minutes after minutes, kind of what Kingston Peterson did earlier tonight. It's a great thing. So he's off to the side. He's got an arm bar and a power and a half. But some of the stuff coaches talk about, we've seen with a few of the wrestlers, that downward force, those hips, we can't, and it's not just chance, but we're letting guys build up, getting their hips up above their knees, where that once they give their hips up above their knees, they have a lot more that they can do. So
at the end of the first period, it's 3-0. A chance to Splinter leading Triton Pulfrey.
Yes.
Pulfrey, excuse me, I'm sorry. And Triton Pulfrey is going to be on the bottom, and here's for Chance.
Chance is looking good. He's controlling the match right now. He's trying to run a half here. He's got a tight waist and a half, so we're going to see. Once he gets him flattened out a little bit, there he goes. He's dropping a leg in, trying to flatten him out. But if you can maintain that right there, keeping that kid's hips and thighs on the ground, you might be able to sink that half and then quickly run it over. So he's coming back to it, but you saw it was a little tougher because the wrestler was able to build up his hips above his knees. So,
yeah, and he's still trying to.
And here we go. And
maybe
potentially
cradle?
A head in the hole. Oh, he was trying to do what they call the old weapon, if you will, the ball at the end of a chain. They call it, right? They take the arm and run it, and you try to stretch him out underneath his. Between his crotch, if you will, and then you kind of stack him up a little bit. So he's rolling the wrists over right now. But again, the opponent's able to build up his hips, and he's up on his knees. So it makes things a little bit tougher sometimes. So those are some of the early season things Coach will work on. And it's not just Chance. It's Lane Taylor. It's, some of the other guys. If you're in the back, just keep that pressure just like that. If you can maintain that. Chance is doing great. He's working this good. But here's the thing. Chance is a better wrestler here, okay, at this time in their careers. This wrestler right now is trying not to get pinned because it is a duel. And if you don't give up 6 points, right, that's a better team thing than giving it. So there's become some strategery after a while. But Chance is going to have to overcome that.
It was a stalemate there, I believe. Actually, the young man from Riverdale had an issue, but if Chance can, well, they're excited at Riverdale.
Yeah, and Chance unfortunately got a little bit high.
They weren't expecting that, were they?
Yep. No, they weren't. Chance got high and got turned and got caught. So unfortunately.
With the pin from Riverdale, Trenton Pulfrey.
Trenton Pulfrey does get the victory. That puts them up now 36-12.
Yeah, is that what it is? Yeah, that's we got a lot to overcome here. That's a big one. So here we go.
Jermaine McKnight and
sophomore Jermaine McKnight.
Geigel. Yep. He's a pretty quick wrestler, if I remember from last year.
Yeah, he's quick. He's got a unique style. I've always told him, and I've worked with him a little bit, just as a teacher and an assistant here and there back in junior high. But he's got I tell him he's got an extra muscle in his neck because if he ever finds himself on his back, he just has a way to just bend himself out of that trouble. And here comes a headlock he was trying, and here he goes. He changed levels there, Russ.
Yep.
And went down. And
just what you said.
Yep. Now he's dumping it. He's trying to get his 3. Here we go.
And there's back points there.
Yep. Take your time, Jermaine, and get your pin. There we go. Come on, get down there and look at it.
It's right there, real close. There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Well, that's helpful. So.
Good job by Jermaine. What you just said about how quick he was and also how he used his neck, and he used that to get him down there a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's a good win for Jermaine. So he's gotten quite a few matches this year so far too. So and both in the lineup as well as he's got some exhibition matches. So good for him.
This is somebody I've been looking forward to watch wrestle again this year.
Yeah. So congrats to Jermaine McKnight, Ace LaFollette. coming out here another sophomore. So.
At 165 from Riverdale.
And Ace has looked good this year. Top to bottom, just speed and strength. He's just been beating. He's just been beating on people in a good way. So it's just a lot of aggression, a lot of aggressiveness, fast moving. Some of that chain wrestling you were asking about earlier, Russ. He's mixing it up with guys, and it's just move after move after move. And so you see that.
Wow.
So snap down, go behind. Now he's just trying to break him down. Here we go. He's running a butcher real quick. But he got out of that, switched it up, and then powered through and trying to get.
Got back points for sure here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
4, so that's a 7-0 score.
Yeah.
And Ace was. Should I say it again? He was state champion in junior high school.
Yeah, he's. And that was a great accomplishment for him. Last year he had another great accomplishment in regionals. He beat a wrestler that he hadn't beaten in a couple 2-3 years, and unfortunately though he did lose a match. I don't think he was planning on losing it, and he didn't get out of regionals, but he accomplished a lot of good things last year. I think 30+ wins, and he's not much fun to wrestle for most people. It takes a lot of takes an elite wrestler to beat him, both physically, and if anything, Ace hasn't been wrestling, full time, in club wrestling, because he does many sports. Does very well at baseball, very good at football, and wrestling's part of his repertoire. So, but he's a tough match for anybody to wrestle. So if you can see there, he just quickly
picked him up and put the other wrestler down.
Yeah, the wrestler he kind of lifted his head up, and Ace did what they call a pancake and just put his arm across his chest and just took him to the ground. So we do need Ace to kind of squeeze it out here and get a pin if we can. So
he's right there.
There you go. Squeeze it down.
Boy, is he strong.
He is strong. There we go. All right. Well,
that was important.
Yeah, it was important. So we're still down to we're down 2 pins worth of matches. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, he was so much fun to watch in football. He got hurt last year, but when he was okay. Nobody better. I mean, I was mentioning that earlier to some folks about Alex Duarte. How I saw him progress as a wrestler and a football player too, for that matter.
Yeah,
and fun times to watch that young man. Of course, he graduated. What a heck of a wrestler he was. For
yeah, great, and also a great person and valedictorian. But when you do combat sports, like football and wrestling. Some people are that's their personality and they're meant for it, right? And others play it and they work on that physicality and they learn to play that way. Ace just plays very physical, both wrestling and football, and it's always fun to watch him. So. And
this is Joe McClain, it looks like, wrestling for Riverdale, and of course Braden Johnson,
senior.
Someone you know also.
Yeah, senior Braden Johnson, out again, got it in the lineup here. Here we go, crossface, butcher. And so here he goes. Come on, run it over. Take your time. There you go. Get your 3 points. Braden's played 2 years on the football team. Did everything we asked of him. He was overcoming football experience, but he was always found himself on the field and in a less than stellar season as far as wins are concerned. He played 9 games and was always available and did everything he could to the best of his ability. So,
Jax McClain, I do apologize.
No,
I
go
said
ahead.
the wrong name. Jax McClain is the gentleman's name. And,
okay.
But the thing about it is to watch, he was hit pretty good a few times in the football field too.
Yeah.
And he just comes back strong in wrestling, and he's got 3 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's doing good. And that's Braden's working on not giving up points early, because he always has a tendency to come back. But if he can keep from giving up points early, it's going to be good. So he's up 3-1 right now. So
both wrestlers up top now, and that happens a lot. so that people can work on
Yeah.
takedown moves. Is that right, Coach?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And here we go. So he's in on a single leg. There we go. Another 3. This is big for Braden and the team. He's keeping them flat. And I will tell you, if I'm not mistaken, we're wrestling at 70. We at 75. Yeah.
Yes.
So just so everybody knows, Ace LaFollette has been wrestling at 75. But in regards to the state testing, in regards to losing weight, it is a very, if you will, systematic approach designed to keep wrestlers safe in regards to the losing weight. And so tonight, Ace LaFollette certified at 65. And certified, I think he's also going to certify at 65 for the weekend. Which pushes Braden Johnson up to 75 because Braden has been wrestling at 65. So he's got a cradle. There we go.
Yeah.
Don't break the cradle. Half Nelson right into it. Come on, Braden. So here we go.
4 points.
Yep. He got his near fall points.
Yep.
I think what we're looking at,
10 to 1.
Yep, 10 to 1. And so as far as team points are concerned, this would be great if Braden could find himself a pin. So, but he's dominating right now. So,
And this is a clinic,
yeah, he's doing well.
and he did very well last year.
Yeah.
Memory serves too.
I think he did. He wrestled. I think he improved a great deal throughout the season. Even he battled a shoulder injury at times, but I think he surprised himself at some times. He surprised the coach at some times. But part of that is because he's working hard. He goes to practice. He shows up. He's not absent. He likes wrestling, and he's living it. And when you're doing things right, a lot of times some wins will come along with it. So
Wow.
here's where a power half, and it'd be nice to roll this over.
You see what he did there, though, was so smart. He pulled him right back on the mat,
Oh
Coach.
yeah, yep. And here's where he's got to drive this over and he's got to get it out a little bit more perpendicular so he can get some leverage.
Maybe stalling actually on the Riverdale wrestler, huh?
There's a cradle again, but stay low. Suck back. There we go.
Yeah, reversal.
Yep.
So 2 points. That
Yep.
makes it 10 to 3.
Yeah. Which will give us. Braden needs to build up here. He needs to get his knees under. He's kind of, I don't know if he's. They both look like they're a little fatigued, but.
Okay, we'll see what they do here. This will be the third period coming up, and as Coach mentioned just a minute ago, 175 is where we are at.
Yep, 175, and Braden Johnson, this might be his first 175 match this year, so I'm not sure where he weighed in exactly, but even if he weighed in at 65, he can wrestle one up. So here he goes. Good. He needs to get behind. He needs to push the head down. Push the head down and get his 3. Let's go. He's got to move.
He put all of his weight on the head, and now he's moving his legs around to the side, as you can, folks
There
are
we
watching on Kewanee High School Sports and Special Events. There you go. 3 points, Coach.
Yep. So he's up 13 to 3, and he's trying to finish this off. Again, he's working on his half. He's only got a half, and now he's trying to go back to the cradle.
You got the cradle now. Oh, yeah, that's the cradle.
There we go. Good.
You betcha.
Snap his leg. There we go. Wow, that was a big one for us.
That was a huge play. But the thing about it was, Braden did not feel bad after the reversal was on him.
Yeah.
He just went right after it perfectly.
Yeah, if you're working, and that's sometimes, wrestlers will stagnate themselves because they're either so afraid to give up a point or two. But if you're moving, and if you're in shape, and if you're keep working and working and working, all the other things, strength, speed, technique, and then just grit and determination a lot of times. But yeah, it's a mental it's a mindset that you got to have, that even if you give up a point or two, that you can win. That's in any sports,
Landon Weir
So-
is at 215. Now, this surprises me.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that. But is there only 6 points different? No, it's actually tied now, Coach.
Yeah, we're tied now.
36-36.
Yeah, this is
with 2 matches to go.
Yep, 2 matches to go, and this will be good. Landon Weir, take this.
Got him.
Good. Trip him. There we go. Good. This will be good. Landon got a lot of wrestling last year. He didn't wrestle all 4 years, but he really wrestled to stay in shape, to get stronger, work on his agility, his presence of his body, and so forth. And so, great kid, role model. He's a big participant in the school band as well, and football and wrestling for the last few years now. So it's good to see him. This will be great he can put us ahead.
A little bit high there,
yeah,
Coach.
little high. Here he comes the other side, trying to work it. He's working a cradle as well, it looks like.
Got to bring him down.
Yeah, he's giving the kid his hips.
Yep.
So coach is yelling to run a power half. Got to keep that pressure down too, though. So here we go. He's doing it again. He's outside. Keep your hands. Do not touch your hands together. He's going to give up a point. Got to be careful. Have locked hands.
Almost had it there.
Yep. He needs to hop, skip, and jump, and then run a half Nelson on this right side over here. There we go. There we go.
Turning him over. Here we go.
There we go.
Can you get him?
Settle in. He just got a lot of time. Settle in.
And a lot of mat. Well, not much mat there. There you go.
There we
oh,
go.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Woo. All right. Well.
The winner at 215 pounds.
Wow, that was a heck of a job.
Right.
By Weir.
Yep. So this will be interesting to see. This is So Ari Simmons had 2 big wins last night too, and he was all fired up. And he can secure this here with a win. Obviously, we're up 42-36.
285 pounds from Riverdale, Jacob Tradea.
Jake Tradea, he's a junior.
So I'm not sure. I don't remember him last year unless he's just shaved his head, but they had a pretty decent heavyweight, a couple big guys last year too. So this will be fun. Aries is, this is kind of Aries' first year. He's been in the starting lineup consistently. He filled in last year at the end of the season, which was great. When we had another wrestler not be able to compete in regionals. But Aries has always stepped up when need to be. He was a football captain this year. Team voted him most valuable player. Just for what he's done over the last 4 years, it's been huge in regards to just self-improvement and what he's done for the team in Kewanee. So he needs to get behind him and Matt return him. So he needs to drop his hips, stay off the head, drop the hips.
Nobody has
There he goes. He needs to clear himself, yeah.
Nobody has any advantage as of right now. No points yet.
No. Oh, you always look at the leverage and stuff. Aries is not as tall as that guy, and if you're standing up taller than a taller guy, that guy oftentimes will have better leverage. So sometimes it's better to clear it and readjust. So
285 here in this last match against Riverdale will be coming up also, though.
Yeah, Aries looks like he's got 2 overs. He's trying to throw him here. There we go. Get your leg over, Aries.
Oh, goodness gracious.
He's in bounds. I'm not sure why they're calling him out of bounds.
Yeah.
He's in bounds.
Coach Hayes wasn't happy with that.
No, he's in bounds. There's body parts inside the line. That's not out of bounds.
And I like the fact that he is.
Yep.
And Coach, what's nice about this is Ari Simmons sees his coach over sticking up for him.
Right. Yeah, and what wrestling, here's what they do in wrestling, right? To avoid this tit-for-tat shouting match, right? When a coach needs to talk to an official, they depart their corner and they go over and talk about it, and it's not always, super cordial because things get heated sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't think nothing was awarded, so, typically you don't usually change an official's mind often. So, and that's just the way it is. But yes, he went over, made his point, and Aries can get back after it the same. So Aries is definitely matching strength and power. Just needs to do it smartly, and almost had a nice takedown with some back points there, but it got called off the mat.
Well, if he can just get control here,
yeah.
Like you mentioned, the levels you said.
Yeah. Yeah, in heavyweights, those that are watching and those that are here in the gym, everybody knows heavyweights are not frequently guys that are going down to do ankle picks and sweeping legs and high crotches. They work leverage and so forth, but they will. Hopefully, Aries can change a level, go do a blast double, and surprise this guy, because if you watch, there's a lot of standing upright. So here comes a hip toss.
There, he's got him.
Now he's inbounds.
And he's got him on his back. Back points here, Coach.
Yep. Nice 3-point takedown.
And look, he's on his toes.
Yep, he's mounting him. So.
Very nice.
Yep, good mount. He's trying to lift his head up and square up his shoulders to get the pin. So.
Using his weight to his advantage.
There you go. He's got time.
There you go.
Get on the mat. Get on the mat, Aries. So in the, there's some decorum and some requirements. You can't go running off the mat yelling. He's excited. That's kind of like he was last 2 times yesterday. He's excited about that. But, hey, good physical match, and Aries did a nice job there. So it was good to see. So
yeah, and what's nice to see about that is Aries just works so hard, and you ever notice what I do, Coach? I kind of was trying to do it myself, but that'll never happen because I don't have the stamina these young folks do.
Right.
But to watch Aries go after it and just use his strength, and that is where being in the weight room and wrestling also makes a big difference.
Oh, it does, and I've talked to, in my football players, I talk to them all the time, and there's some of them, for whatever reason, we got a lot of them on the basketball team, a lot of them on the wrestling team, but, the things that you do to try to get better at a sport that maybe you want to be playing, sometimes you go out for wrestling to get better at football. Sometimes you go out for track to get better at basketball. Sometimes you do things. Some guys go out for cross country like a Hunter Vansel so that he's better at wrestling, conditioning wise. So, and we got quite a. You've seen some thin times before. Kiwani's had a 30-plus guys on the wrestling team for 4 or 5 years in a row now, and that's a great thing. And that's not even including the 5 to 6 girls that have been on the last few years. So things are going right. But, as a teacher and as a coach, you're always looking, for our young adults, our young men and women, our students. You're always hoping that they want to take some opportunities, right, to, be better. And whether it's better at a sport that they want to play, right, or better at academics, you're always pointing them in a direction that will a safe environment, a hard environment, because hard environments make tough, resilient people, and you always point them that way so that they can better themselves. I mean, nobody wants to not be tough. Nobody does not want to be soft. You want a drink, Russ?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So, anyway, it's good to see. Yeah, and Aries has been wrestling, and he hasn't been in the starting lineup. He's a senior this year at the heavyweight. He's not 285, but he's holding his own. He's stocky, he's agile, and he's strong, and he does what he needs to do, and he's had a successful season so far. So it's going to be fun to watch him this year because, Russ, you've been calling the games quite a bit. Or the wrestling matches. You haven't seen a whole lot of him at the varsity level yet, and so it's nice to watch him.
It is, and that's what, like I say, I guess maybe I consider myself, I'm an announcer, but I'm also a cheerleader for Kewanee High School, and I'm a cheerleader for these young people because, and I'll say it once again, that I really do not care for the nil name, image, likeness. And the reason why I don't care for that is because it takes away what is so important, and that is right here, the purest form of athleticism, or athletes, I should say, is here at high school level.
Right.
They play for their self-respect.
Right.
They play they wrestle and do whatever else. They play for the city, for the school district,
Their families.
And those are important things to keep on in mind, and that's why I get so excited about it.
Oh yeah, no, you're exactly right. And listen, capitalism is what America's about, but what you're talking about is that the connection that people have with their student athletes, their community, the families, that generations, if you will, but the connection oftentimes really doesn't involve money. It involves what you said, the commitment, the desire, the effort, and the performances that they put out, and they put themselves at risk all the time in regards to their ego, the dynamics of growing up in wrestling, whether, winning basketball games is great, losing basketball games isn't so great. And so, but if you have that team dynamic and you have that, if you will, the sportsmanship, the all the lessons that are being taught by coaches and teachers and families and parents, right? That's what builds, strong men and women. In high school you still see it. Yeah, college landscapes change quite a bit. It's almost like the young athletes in college that are making the money. They didn't build the system. They're taking advantage of the system. The system was put out there for them. I think it's to be determined yet, because that NIL is still in its infancy to a degree. But I think there are some things that people don't enjoy about it. So, but also you want to talk about sports since we got a break. Free agency in some of the professional sports, the teams that we enjoy to watch, right? You grow up and you try to watch the Tony Dorsett and Danny White and Randy White and Too Tall Jones, for the Cowboys, and they play under Tom Landry, right? Those athletes stayed for a long time with the same team. Yeah. With some exceptions, obviously, but with free agency, it's your team is ever changing, nowadays, and that's kind of what it's trickled now down to the college, and unfortunately, people want to dig in and they want to be a huge backer for whatever teams they like, and the consistency of the athlete being there is what they want, and NIL's taken that away a little bit.
And we're talking about name, image, likeness, nil. Yeah. And to give you, for instance, the reason I feel this way is I look at Indiana. Now, give Indiana a lot of credit, but they recruited people in their line. And that's what they got. And talking about both offensively and defensively, and look what they have. They've could have a national champion.
Yeah. No, that's a great story of what they're doing over there. So. Yep.
And Illinois doing the same thing. Purdue. All of them are trying. Purdue kind of not doing very well, but Iowa, all of the Big Ten schools, and Big Ten now is becoming a premier conference where you want to go.
Oh yeah, it has stepped out of the shadows, at least for the last couple of years, from the SEC, which is great. But yeah, University of Illinois got, I think, the top. They ranked their recruiting class, I think, in the top 25. I don't know if it was 19 or whatever, but anyway. But yeah, University of Illinois is doing great. But that's success breeds success down there, and he's doing a great job. So
from the Morrison Provincetown area.
That's right,
Brent Bielema. So. At the lower levels of wrestling and football and whatever, like let's talk about maybe St. Ambrose, or let's talk about even Blackhawk. Well, do they also get the name, image, and likeness?
Listen, I think that here's the deal. That's a capitalistic system, and I don't really want to speak as if I know in it. But here's what I'm going to tell you. If someone, at some degree, right, it's set up right now, right, if someone wants to give you some money to come play somewhere to support you, sounds like you can do it.
For sure.
Right,
Yeah.
but
I'm not sure if they're doing it at that level.
I
Is
don't
what
know
I'm
if
saying.
they're doing it at that level
But-
either.
But I also want to mention that what you said was it's in its infancy. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe not this year, but
Right.
maybe in 10 or 15 years,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Well, but we can remember back to the, some of you watching or listening right now might be younger than us. But if you've been around long enough watching sports, we used to have the if you will, the discussion used to be on the other side. And we'll just talk about the athletes not getting anything. If you remember the days in college, if you were on a scholarship, okay, we'll say at U of I, you couldn't have a summer job.
That's right.
Right. So if you wanted anything more than what was being provided for you, all right, which was granted, right, your tuition, your food, everything, right, was your necessities, right, were being provided. But if you wanted more than that, you couldn't open up your own T-shirt shop,
No.
right, because it was against the NCAA rules. So we go from one end of the spectrum to what which at least in our eyes, most people's eyes, is that we're now at the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody likes either side of the extreme ends of the spectrum in regards to that. So maybe I'm sure everything tends to remedy itself a little bit somehow. But I imagine, and I can't quote the case or whatever, right? But money has been deemed, and we don't have time to discuss all this. Money has been deemed a form of free speech by the Supreme Court. Okay, so you wonder how
that does.
it is.
That
Right.
makes a lot of sense, but it makes
Money is
Wow.
because you
So
think
money
about.
talks.
I mean, it used to be. I mean, it's probably more applicable, at least in the past, to politics, right? Donors that support a particular candidate. And I'm not going to get into political stuff, but money in that aspect, right? Okay, even though most people feel that's some people have money, some people don't, but money is not going to be the reason they stop doing things necessarily, right?
Yeah.
So, but that we could get in. I'm sure. Hopefully, somebody out there sends a question to me sometime or bumps into me on the street. But it's just the way it is, and it's we're at the other end of the spectrum right now, and I hate to see. Well, if you liked University of Illinois, Luke Altmaier came to Illinois from Ole Miss, right? I don't know what he got. Did he get some money to come
Oh,
there?
of course he did.
Okay, well,
Yep,
people
yep.
people like Luke Altmaier, so it's one of those things.
Especially the children, the young girls of Brett Bielema, they think he's
Oh,
great,
yeah, yeah,
and
I
they're
saw
little
that.
kids, and then
Yeah.
that's the reason why I'm saying that.
Yeah, I saw that on a
Yep.
show, but yeah. So I guess it's money. Money is an incentive, right? Whereas the incentives used to be, just the
education.
the education, the coach, the communities that they played for, the championships that they sought, whether it be national or conference championships. But it's definitely a landscape that's changed since the early 2000s, 90s, and 80s. So clearly. So
Want to make mention of a couple of things, too, about the basketball programs. Kewanee won last night. They were playing the Galva Lady Cats, and they were victorious. They've now won, I believe it's 4 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. They're 4-2 in this season. Good job by Coach Wallace and company. And also the boys, they were victorious against Dixon on Tuesday night, I believe it was, at Dixon. A hard-fought victory, 66-62, I believe.
Yep.
So that was really nice that they were able to get that big W.
Yep.
And so that means they're 2-1 on the season. And tonight they are playing against Erie Provincetown in Provincetown.
Yep.
So
conference matchup.
it's a lot of fun, that's for sure. And by the way, the reason I mention these things, of course, Coach Taylor, you played basketball for Kewanee.
Yeah, I did. What's funny is that I find my wife says that wrestling might be my favorite sport as I become an older man. I just kind of like what it represents to a degree, and at the individual level, I've got a history with my father and my sons, and just enjoying it. But Yeah, I tell you what, the basketball team's a couple things. I think the Fresh Soft boys haven't lost a game yet.
They lost
lose
to
one?
Muhammad Seymour. Yeah.
Oh, they lost. Okay, Muhammad.
But the freshmen haven't lost.
Excuse
yet.
me.
Yeah.
They did lose
Yeah.
to Muhammad, but the freshmen beat Muhammad. And then I heard they had a barn burner. They had a lost on a last-second shot to LaSalle, Peru. The freshmen did. So,
Wow.
So the good thing is I mean, Muhammad Seymour was not a great showing, but the teams are competing, and I know we had some excitement against Rock Falls, and they beat Dixon. So, you know, they're off to a good start. Coach Ince and Coach Van Woestein and Coach Terry, and obviously our Fresh Soft coach, guy I know, Coach Costason. So, congrats for the basketball team. So that's good. And then Coach Wallace and his girls, they're doing well. And listen, it's a small group of young ladies, but they get after it, and that's good for them. So
they're all juniors and that and with one freshman, and that's pretty nice to see too. Again, we want to congratulate Coach Tim Atwell, the athletic director here for Kewanee High School. We got to tell people about him. Again, he was named the best athletic director for last year and up to this year for 1A, 2A. So our congratulations to Tim Atwell, who is so supportive. Gets down there, takes the pictures. We see him over here on the mat taking pictures of the wrestlers and football and everything you can imagine. He does a great job. And plus, he's also had this program where they're able to have the students here at Kewanee High School, they are able to go ahead and write these different this information about the athletic matches, which is kind of nice to see too.
Yeah, he's done a lot, you know. And the funny thing is he's usually got a little bit of, you know, he's kind of like Coach Eads. Coach Atwell's pretty flamboyant sometimes with his dress, his bright orange shoes, and his clown shirts and whatever he does. I mean, seriously, he gets the student bodies motivated often by coming out in head to toe. He's got a bright orange suit, and you know he looks like a circus sometimes, but it's all in regards to supporting the students and being a Boilermaker, and that's from a guy that, you know, for those of you that, you know, have met, he's a Geneseo kid growing up, and then went off to college and went to Edwardsville, coached down in Cahokia, as well as anyway, he started out in, why can't I think of the name? It's up on Route 39. If you go between LaSalle, Peru and
Mendota.
Rockford.
Rockford.
A small little town up there that he started out with
Pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, but he's done a lot. But everybody home, Coach Atwell started off coaching football. He did wrestling, head coach. He did track. I think he had a cross-country stint as well. One of his good buddies, Coach Kirk Freestead, also. So, what a great honor for him, and cherry on top. And he's been honored a lot in his time, and he'll continue to be honored as long as he's here. So
I'm going to go ahead and mention this, if I could, real quickly, and that is and usually that does not happen real quickly with me.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to mention that it's so nice to see people like Rebecca Bainey, who was just honored also, by the way, by the FFA, and we sure appreciate what she does and allows us to bring you these broadcasts, as well as the principal for Kewanee High School, and that's Amanda Tidwell, the dean of students, that's of course Cody Butler, and he will be succeeding Coach Tim Atwell, and of course the athletic director again, Tim Atwell. And I want to mention those folks. That was important. And there are a lot of things going on today here at Kewanee High School that are so nice, Coach. And we forget about it sometimes, just how nice things are out here. And it's always been a great gymnasium, but now there's 2 gymnasiums, plus another 2 gymnasiums around the area for Kewanee to practice in, which is nice.
Yeah, like I said, you know, and a lot of that tradition's being carried on, you know, with Superintendent Bainey and all the people. You know, we've got something that hasn't even opened up yet, but it's under construction. It should be finished. I don't know what the end date is, but that's their, if you will, their stage and mini auditorium, but it's going to be brand new, state-of-the-art type thing for the couple programs that have done well, and that's theater, group interp, and that's being run by Mrs. Heather Alade, as well as others. She's got a lot of assistants and all the athletes slash, if you will, participants in those programs. But the band's doing well. You see what I really like, I've seen this in some of the pictures, the backdrop of that Kewanee High School up on those new band doors.
Yeah.
It's pretty sharp in some of the pictures.
Yeah.
So that's great to have. And then, our ag edition, and they've just bolstered the opportunities of what there's going on. You want to talk about other stuff that's doing out here, the schools in collaboration. And everybody, you're at home watching. We will wrestle Alleman last, but they'll kick Riverdale out of here after they're done wrestling. They got either the farthest to go or it's the most people that they'll get home earlier than the other. So, you've got one thing that is often forgot. They don't have a brand new facility. They're operating out of some of the old ag rooms. But Mr. Armstrong here, the school is collaborating. What I saw, the press release, and I've seen it happen, collaborating with Gustafson Ford, and they are doing some automotive courses. And what a great thing, because, if you've had to take a car into a shop, in today's day, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done by mechanics. And I'm sure the mechanics out there, there's not enough mechanics.
And they don't call them, they now call them technicians.
Technicians and
you
professionals,
believe that? Yeah. And when what I see at where we are at, there's a laptop. Because then they put it right into the system.
Right.
So they can see exactly what's wrong with a vehicle.
Yeah.
And not perfect, but it makes things so much nicer. And if you're looking at a new vehicle, they are just so complex.
Oh, they are, yeah. Well, so that Mr. Armstrong in collaboration, we got some great stuff going on. Mr. Wheelhouse, the welding, and Mrs. Cagwin is an ag teacher, been here for a couple years. They're just doing a lot of stuff. And it's, as you said, even though it's something that might be, when you look back to, if you remember, Mr. Morrison ran the machine shops. And, and we had carpentry with Mr. Fulton and others that were here. I'm just speaking of some of the people I know. But what a great thing to have because, listen, if every community can do that, being a technician and a professional that works in the automotive industry is a good job.
Good job,
okay?
Yes.
And how about it makes it a little bit easier for everybody else that has a car, which is almost everybody.
Yeah.
Right? You can get an appointment, right, without having to wait for 2 or 3 weeks. So,
that's right.
And it's not everybody wishes they could just pull enough technicians out of their hat to get everything done quickly. But so anyway, a lot of stuff happening at the school, which is great. And those classes, even they're new, right? But there is a group of kids in a demographic of person that wants to work with their hands, and they want to do that stuff, and they enjoy it. And so part of what the schools, Kewanee's trying to do, I'm on some committees, right, to look at things and improve stuff. But when you can get kids wanting to come to school and learning things that are of interest to them, you just have first of all, you have a better outcome. And that's better outcome for the relationships that are in the school, better outcome for the kid when they graduate, and a better outcome for the teachers, because you're dealing with kids that are there because they want to learn, which is much more enjoyable as far as the teacher-student relationship. So, a lot of stuff going on, Russ.
Welding. Yeah. You mentioned welding. And you're talking about welding. You're talking about mechanics. You're talking about, and these people make good money.
Yeah.
It isn't, and you'd like to do it, but you don't always have to go to a college to get what you really need out of life. Although it's usually a little bit more advanced to do that. I know they've got a technician course to take out at Black Hawk East. I know they've got that out there. They've got welding here at Kewanee. These are things, FFA. We're talking about things that these people are going to be using not only now, but in later life. And it can be a career. And so if your high school can do that for you, you got to be appreciative of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's a long season, Russ, and I'm going to tell you, you know, and we haven't even mentioned, all right, you know, Mrs. Steph Johnson retired.
Yeah,
she's one of our wrestling fans anyway. But Mr. Tom Campbell, they've got a state-of-the-art kitchen in there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're teaching, you know, kids are learning a lot about how to run a kitchen and how to do things, which is another avenue. And what we call it at the schools, and this is between Mrs. Tidwell and Mrs. Bainey, right? They have what they call career pathways, right? And so we're trying to, and when we say we, I'm a very little bit a part of the we, right? The administrators and the people that are planning, trying to create courses of action, right, which all come to a line, and then you have a career pathway, which makes sense to an employer, makes sense to a college that you might apply to, because you have, you know, you can just throw a dart at a board and hit whatever course you want, but if you got to focus on what you want to do, and if you want to be that ag mechanic / welder and stuff, you can focus in on that, and they're going to have career pathways for that. And so we have some for teaching, I think, those that want to get into teaching, but most of the expanding of curriculum is to make sure we include and provide multiple career pathways. And so it's not the short-term look, right? It's for what do these students want to be preparing for? It's life after high school. I mean, we're not all Spicoli, all right? And we're not all going to be in high school our whole life. So
yeah, if you know what that's about, that's
exactly.
That was a good movie.
Exactly,
that was a funny movie.
So, but anyway, so those are the good things that are going on at the high school, and it's a long season. I'm sure I'll think of more. But
is there a Mr. Hand that teaches here?
No.
Jeff Spicoli,
exactly.
Mr. Hand.
Wasn't that an interesting? That was an interesting character.
And he made Spicoli.
Yeah.
And he said, "You're not going to go to any graduation ceremony. You're going to come over here. I'm going to take your time now."
That's right, exactly. And we've got videography. Excuse me. We got photography classes going on, which can lead to computer program videography. You know, we've got a work program, Mr. Thronberg, technology with the new jumbo boards and everything. So another teacher down there in the, if you will, in what we used to call the home ec / clothing stuff. We have a new teacher, Mrs. Clavon. As I said, Mrs. Semitis is in some of the photography. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's not stagnant. You know, they're flexing, they're moving, they're trying to do the best they can to create new career pathways, as I said. So
it's so important, and also, I mean, for athletics, there is a place that you can go ahead and get a real good workout across from the school here at Kewanee High School.
Oh yeah.
But also, there's brand new tennis courts that have been built.
Yep. Oh yeah. They're under that snow. They're just put enclosed some fences this last week. So not only tennis courts but pickleball. I think. I'll wait until they have a grand opening or something. But yeah, and there's a little exercise station over there too, which looks kind of nice. So
yeah, so you can keep in shape as a student and or an adult. I'm guessing.
Right.
You have to probably talk to the folks here at Kewanee High School about that, of course, or the school district. And
yeah,
and it's nice to see there's so much for kids to do. And
right.
And there are so many things. Like it teaches kids the Key Club that they've got here in the auspices of the Kiwanis Club.
Yep, exactly.
And what they do is they teach you how to give of yourself.
Oh yeah.
Not only as a student,
right,
but also as an adult.
An adult, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's communities can't be communities without people giving a little bit of themselves, some time, sometimes money for make things happen. But yeah, it's some tough times for people often, and in our community, but there does seem to be outlets to improve that existence. And so you spoke of Key Club. I mean, we're about ready to come into the Goodfellows Christmas baskets.
Yes.
I just got a letter from Mr. Ken Knowles for because he's one of the coordinators for all that. Mrs. Myler's getting ready. I think she works with some of the other groups too. The wrestling team actually helps build the baskets. I think that they have in the last few years. I haven't heard the announcement, but I'm sure the manpower is useful, and then they'll be delivering baskets around the community, which is, I did it 30 years ago when I was here, so it's going on, and if I'm not mistaken, I saw the flyer, but the donations are titled under Mr. Gordon Vickery, which is one of my colleagues' fathers, and so anyway. So yeah, a lot of the same, Russ, but a lot of new stuff going on as well.
Yeah.
So it's good.
And that's what's so nice to know about Kewanee High School and the Key Club. What they do, which is very important too.
Yeah.
And they have it now. You go down to the junior high level.
Yep.
Then you have the K Kids Club down there, of course, and it's just real nice to see.
Yep.
And then, by the way, 1,000 baskets they're going for this year.
Yeah.
To give out to needy families.
That's great. Yep. And it's a good thing, man. There's when I did it, and I know it happens there's just great, if you will, it's the feeling of community, and there's a lot of emotions that go into that stuff, but the best emotions are the just the good feelings that happen when people interact like that or in that situation. So
here we're watching the Kewanee wrestlers over there on the south mat, and they're kind of talking a little bit over there. It was nice to see the way that the Kewanee wrestlers were down 36 to 12, if I'm not mistaken, and they came back and roaring back.
Yep.
And my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins and 1 forfeit, so 6. So that's 6 times 6 is 36. That's a lot.
Yeah. That was good.
Yep, it was great to see. That was in the first part, and Kewanee will be on this triangular. Will then be wrestling Alleman, the Pioneers.
Yep.
And Kewanee gets the victory, first of all, over Riverdale, which is important.
Yeah, that was good. And everybody, it just, and that we can speak about conference. We hit conference opponents, all season long to start with early on, right? We had a conference matchups last night, and we came out victorious over Mercer County, which was a good duel. Sherrard was a good duel. That was a good duel. I think there's a lot of parity within the conference this year. And so that's going to be fun to watch. But we start right now, beginning of December, and then we go all the way to the last match of the season. I think our last duel is against Orion, and that's not until January 20th or so. So and that's what essentially 45 days apart. I don't know when our Orion one is, but I think it's
23rd to 24th of January.
Well, that'd be their tournament, and I think the day before that is we wrestle Orion in a duel, and that would be our last duel. So there's 45 days for this conference to work itself out, and but for us, that's a fourth of the conference down that we're 3-0 in the conference, which is good.
It's very good. Yeah. And then tomorrow. They'll be over at Seneca for the varsity invite.
Yep.
The varsity will be, and the girls will be over at Princeton. So it'll be kind of a situation to where you're kind of splitting things up a little bit. And then on the 11th, there'll be Illinois Valley Central at IVC in Chillicothe. And then the Porta varsity invite is on the 13th.
Yep.
And that is on Saturday.
Right.
And then it will be 3 straight days here at HF Brockman. Well, it'll be Goods on the first one. December 17th, there'll be Quad Cities Christian in Rock Falls at Goods. And then in HF Brockman on the 18th, there'll be Manual, Peoria Heights, and Rock Ridge.
Yeah.
And then on the 19th, which is Saturday, it will be a really nice opportunity for Kewanee against Monmouth Roseville, Newman Central, and that is a huge one because of Monmouth Roseville and Newman. They're both very, very good.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Newman is I think they're the defending conference champs. I think they might have won regionals as well. So yeah, it's going to be great to see him. And before we get to the holidays, we're going to have, we've still got 2 big tournaments and many, approximately 8 to 9, dual meets against other teams. So there's a lot of stuff before the holidays start. So
it'll be nice to see the way that Kewanee, again, they immediately come out very strong against. Right here, they've got the they were against the Rova and United on the 26th of November, and then they come back and they like you mentioned last night, and 3 days in a row they're going to be wrestling a lot.
Oh yeah.
Mercer County and Sherrard at Sherrard, then here Riverdale and Alleman, and then the Seneca Varsity Invite. Now, traditionally there are a lot of teams in the Seneca Varsity Invite, and Kewanee got either first or second place in that last year.
Yeah, Coach Eads has done well. He's been in the top 3, I think, the last couple years. So, and that's I've seen so many tournaments in the last few years. I can't remember, but he's done really well. He's brought in hardware home from both Porta and Seneca over the last few years. It's been great. I'll tell you what. Those of you at home, remember Kewanee will be wrestling Rock Island Alleman here after Riverdale and Alleman finished their dual meet. Currently, Alleman is up, or excuse me, is that Alleman up 23-6? That's what I have right now. So, which will be interesting to see how this works out.
Yeah. Very much so.
But while we're watching this, I do want to say. It's a good time. It's our first home meet. We do have a large number of seniors this year. So, we'll talk about, some guys you saw tonight. Chance to Splinter had a great night last night. He didn't win tonight, but he's going to have another shot to get a win. 4-year wrestler. Trent Needens, and I apologize, but he's been a 3 or 4-year wrestler as well. Landon Greenhagen, a 4-year wrestler. Jesse Guernsey is out. I think he's got 1 or 2 years in the program. Braden Johnson, 4-year wrestler, or excuse me, I think 3-year wrestler. And I apologize to the Johnson family, but I know he's been out for 3. I think it might have been 4 as well. Kingston Peterson, a 4-year wrestler, 4-year starter, 3-time sectional qualifier. So big part of the program over the last 4 years. Corbin Phelps, you haven't seen him yet, Russ. But he's a senior. He came out his first year. He actually got an exhibition match last night and got a win. So Corbin Phelps, first-year wrestler as well. Doug Swearingen, senior, 4-year wrestler, state qualifier in junior high. He's done real well for himself, big part of the program as well. He's a senior. I don't want to forget Ari Simmons, you saw tonight, had a big win at a heavyweight. 4-year wrestler as well, which is great to see. Landon Weir, 3-year wrestler. He got a win tonight as well. And then Dontel Womack, 4-year wrestler. And we'll see more of Dontel here. And then to pass it on down, we still got 3. We have 3 senior girls, Haley Lampy, Esme Martinez, and as well Rakaya Amos that are on the team. So at quick count, we got about 15 seniors on the team, and that's 3 girls and 12 boys. Many of them are part of the program for 4+ years, and they're part of the reason that the numbers are as big as they've been for the last 4 years. So,
and that young lady, Jendea Crow.
Yep, she's
wow.
A junior. 1, 2, 4.
Very, very, very nice. Has a brother named Chris playing for Kewanee also.
Yeah.
In football. What an outstanding season he had, and of course he's come back and really playing good basketball for Kewanee. But he really had an outstanding year.
Yes, he did.
From the beginning to the end, there was no let up, and he really let it go.
Yeah.
When he needed to, he went after it every time. I mean, really, what a heck of an athlete he is for Kewanee.
Yeah, he did everything. The season. Let's be honest. There was a couple other guys I was hoping to get first team all conference. When you don't win a game, sometimes that's tough. But he was our first team all conference receiver. as well as a special teams returner, and he was a second-team defensive back. So yeah, he had a year to remember, despite the lack of success we had in as far as the teams are concerned. But yeah, but Jendea, she's been wrestling for a couple years. She's a gal that used to play a little volleyball. She went out for cross country to get better for wrestling and for track.
Yeah.
State qualifier in track. Jendea, we haven't seen her tonight, but like I said, I don't think the other teams are wrestling any girls, and I think most of our girls aren't wrestling. I don't think they're wrestling boys for any practice. So,
So this way they're kind of ready for tomorrow over Princeton for the Princeton invite.
Yeah. And then the thing is, when I talked to Coach Eads, this is how it was supposed to be last year, and this is my interpretation for the multiple conversations we have, and folks at home. Girls can be in the boys' lineup. Okay, they can go out and wrestle boys and count towards the dual competition, which we've already seen this year in our other ones. We've had there was some girls, Sherrard wrestled last night, that were in their starting lineup. But that ceased to exist, Russ, when they go to a all-girls tournament. Then that doesn't happen anymore. They're done. So if you're a boys team, and one of the nice things about having some girls on the teams the last four or 5 years, right, is that oftentimes those girls filled in a weight class for the boys team. And now, if you go to a girls tournament, an all-girls tournament, and this is my understanding talking with Coach Eads, the girls they can do exhibition. They can do exhibition matches, but they will not. You can't count towards the dual score. So you won't walk them out in the starting lineup anymore. So, I mean, if you avoided the all-girls tournaments all year long, then I guess it doesn't matter. But eventually you're going to have to go to an all-girls tournament because that's the state has set up a state series for the girls. So,
which is nice.
Yeah, very nice.
And very well deserved, obviously, too.
For sure.
Yep, and I think that I'm looking here and I'm seeing 29-6 is the score.
But I think
it's
putting
opposite.
it on the wrong side.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think that someone thinks Alleman is the green, and so there's a couple ladies over there I think working that scorebook, but it's kind of backwards. So I do agree with you. I think Riverdale is leading the duel against Alleman, and they're leading approximately 29-6. So.
You want to get ready. They're running around the
I think they're going to be
circle.
Alleman will be, and that's the nice thing about having two mats over here. You can knock some exhibition matches out, and then it speeds up the duels, if you will, right? I mean, it's a Friday night. I've got nothing to do, but some people do things on Friday. So Kewanee will be ready to quickly have a officials meeting, and then they'll jump into their duel as soon as Riverdale vacates the seats. So it'll be fun.
Now, Kewanee has shown over the course of the last number of years, though, Coach. Let me borrow this from me just for a quick second. And that is when you have this many people, and I'll say it again, steel sharpens steel. And that's exactly what's happened here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 15, 30.
Approximately.
Oh, my goodness, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35, and then the girls. There are 5 girls.
Yep.
And what's nice is they're really getting involved with the females wrestling. And it's opened up for the state series, which is nice too.
For sure.
By the way, Vinnie Miles over there also is over there on the scorer's table.
Yeah.
So
our junior high coach, and he actually filled in one night up here, I think.
Did he?
Yeah. I think last year you might have had a basketball game, and he came up and sat here and talked. And he's it's nice to hear. He's a little more advanced wrestler than I am, and so some of his perspective was good to hear, just from a longtime coach and as well as a high school wrestler at a pretty high level. So I will tell you this. You said steel sharpens steel. This young man here, freshman, we do have We do have some steel on our team.
Oh, you
All right?
stinker, you.
Well, no, but it's good. So we'll give a shout out for. We haven't seen Steele tonight, but Steele wrestled last night and got a pin in an exhibition match. Steele did a lot of did some summer workouts. He did fall. He doesn't do football or anything, but he did the fall open mats. Had a good year last year, so it's good. I always saw him walking around with young Ryan Conway, and so there's a nice little freshman contingent of wrestlers that are out and keep adding to the team.
So, we talk about football and other sports with wrestling. You mentioned cross country and track.
Yeah.
How that is so important with conditioning. With football, it's a natural because the first thing you do if you are a linebacker or someone who was in the line,
right,
you get down on all fours and you just go ahead and you can push the guy away.
Yeah.
And you're quicker on your moves that way. And I learned that from a guy by the name of Bill Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah, for sure. 70s. Exactly.
Yeah, what a heck of a guy.
Yeah.
Bill Taylor was a real asset for Kewanee High School, too. By the way, worked with Mr. Taylor over at Greens over in Kewanee for about 5 years, and then at Blue Jacks for a couple of years. So, yeah.
You guys did the grind together. So that's
we did.
Yeah. No, that's there's so what's interesting, I listened to a gentleman online. There's a philosophy and it's fun. It's fun to listen and talk with people in the community, right? And depending, and I think I talked to you a long time ago, but as we spoke to it a lot after our games this year, and we didn't just keep banging our head against the wall and doing the same thing and expecting different results at a certain point. We changed up some things in regards to creating better habits. We were lifting weights during the season more 3 out of the 5 days where we usually would lift on a Monday. We added 2 more days to that just because, some things had to change. But in regards to conditioning, oftentimes, it's fun to have the conversation, and people, I don't get upset about it because you can slice it a lot of different ways. In regards to hitting and conditioning, the thoughts are when you have a community, right, where you have, let's say, 100 guys on your varsity football team, of which I have a nephew that plays in 8A football, and they have 60 sophomores. They have 65 on the freshman team, and their varsity team then has seniors, juniors, and some sophomores.
Yeah.
You become a little bit deeper, right? And so it's one of those. It's not a good thing, but conditioning is good.
Yeah.
And if you look at statistically, which when you get in the business, you start looking at.
I understand what you're saying exactly, and but you need to be conditioned in any sport.
Yes,
and one sport's going to help the other sport
for sure. Well, there's a little excitement going on in the match here, but it's more of Riverdale beating. But so anyway, there's just different philosophies in regards to how much do you condition, how much do you hit, and so and it's only comes up due to. The fact that there's some of it is self-preservation, because when you're not deep enough to put out multiple starters in spots, you try to protect yourself, because really you get to game day is where you need your guys to be their fastest, their freshest, right, and they're most comfortable. And it's there. You could just look it up. The old days of running them into the ground Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then going out and playing Friday.
That's tough.
When does a guy recover?
Yeah.
So it's fun. So we clearly had to find a happy medium. We did a lot of things poorly, and we'll have to do them better this year. But to your point, staying active, wrestling or basketball, Track's a big one. For those of you out there listening, encourage your young athletes to go out for track because getting in shape is hugely important for track as well. So, anyway, we are approximately, that was weight 157.
And you were right because they just changed because Alleman won that one, and they've got Riverdale over here and Alleman on the other side.
Yeah.
So there you go because it was a decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We'll blame that on the. Should we blame that on Coach Miles, the scorekeeper over there?
No. He's a heck of a guy.
I think I don't know how it just must be hooked up different.
You touched on the Kewanee football this year. Just a little bit of a down year, which does happen from time to time. You like to reload every year like they do at a lot of places like Newman. But remember, Newman and Lena Winslow, those type of programs, they recruit. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you cannot do a whole lot about that. And I don't know how you have to pay tuition to go to Newman Central. But I don't know if by doing that, if you are really outstanding in a sport or you play a sport, if you get some money for that to help take care of that tuition, I don't know. But and I'm not being a spoiled sport.
No.
I'm just saying a fact, which is what it is.
Yeah, and I think when you talk, I think we've talked about it a little bit last year as well. You know, the existence of the existence. I guess what you'd say, it's not. Nobody wants a crybaby, as they used to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, I think most people just look to see what's reasonable and what's ultimately fair, and so sometimes the Catholic environment. And I have a brother-in-law that was Catholic, went to Rock Island Alleman. So anyway,
cool.
It's up and down, right? But part of the lure to go to some of those schools is that it does become, right, they have been able to create a tradition, right? And that's what most people that are for the current system, right? They'll say, hey, listen, we have a tradition. People want to come here. They deserve to have the education that they want to have. It's within the rules. Where everything's set up, we're doing it right. I mean, we're doing it as it exists. The other side of that story is that, hey, well, there are some people that would like to come to our school, but they can't because they live on that side of the road.
That's right.
Or they live in that side of town, you know. And we're talking bigger communities, not just Kewanee. So
Aurora.
Aurora. It's, and so everybody it is a very diverse and dynamic situation. But the proof is in the pudding, and some would say, hey, it's because we have these traditions at these schools, right? And then some would say, well, it's because of the way the system's set up, And I would say this, that we see it in the small community like this, right? When we put together all-star teams, okay, from here, when we put the best of the best from around here, in baseball, we'll say baseball or basketball per se, right? We got kids on the team from Galva. We got kids on the team from Anawan and Weathersfield and Kewanee. So if you want to just say, right, what it is, not all the best athletes live in the same town.
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
And they are able to congregate, right, underneath the institution as a Catholic school, right, by paying tuition. It's all legal, right? But they congregate at that school based on their tradition and their program, and because they can, all right, which has statistically resulted in more state championships, state trips, or finalist trips in regards to football, okay, probably more so than some of the other sports. So,
and when you look at football, there's 8 classes, right?
Yeah, 8. Yep.
In wrestling, there's 3 classes, right? Okay, in basketball, there's 4 classes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if everybody remembers last year how good Mendota was, they were very good. They had a freshman player who was outstanding. Well, that young man got 19 points the other night against Caneland. Caneland is 3A, and Mendota's 2A.
Right.
You know what the score was? 90-44.
And who?
Caneland is ranked sixth in 3A.
Nice.
And so, I mean, the reason I'm saying that is because I'm piggybacking on what you just got done saying.
The pool of athletes, if you will, right,
is much bigger because Caneland is actually Kane County, and they pull in from quite an area. Conversely, you talk about Aurora, east and west. You're talking about Wabansie Valley. You're talking about Naperville North, Central, Neuqua Valley. There's all sorts of high schools and school districts up there in that area.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's funny how we talked about the NIL and some of the other stuff. I don't know if you're ever going to find an exact perfect system, but there's a process in which things change, and there's sometimes it doesn't change, and sometimes people don't care if it changes, and whatever. I tell you what, if someone can figure it out, if someone wants to ask me how to figure it out, then they would ask me, and then I would have to figure it out. But I can't figure it out and coach and teach and raise a family, right? So, you know what I'm saying? So you exist. There's other people that are supposed to make that happen and figure it out. But I do know this. There's a lot of good athletes and teams in this area. They just don't play together at as a higher percentage as you might in a larger populated area. That's all.
And also, if you look at the downstate area especially, there are more school districts in this state than there is in the rest of the United States. There's a lot of them, and a lot of school districts have closed. And they've merged with other school districts, which and the reason I bring this up is because of the fact that even so, you talked about the dilution, or the not the dilution, but the
density
of athletes. And that's why this school district, what they've done here, when I went to school here, 1,000 kids. And when you went to school here, how many kids?
Probably around 550, 500,
okay.
550.
So from
600.
when you graduated in
91.
Okay. So from 70 to 90.
We dropped 400 or 500 kids. That's crazy.
It is. And then you see what they've done here with the tax money. If you didn't like so-and-so, I understand that. But, let's give credit where credit is due. And that is that school board. And they have really, under their leadership, they have done so many good things for this area. And that's why I get so excited when I talk about Welcome to HF Broadband Gymnasium and the campus of Kewanee High School, and I said it is a campus, period. It's really nice.
And it constantly gets better, and it's maintained, and we got a lot of great support staff within the schools, keeping things tidy and repaired and cleaned up. It's great to have that too. So it's a lot of good things, and there's no perfect school district anywhere, and not everybody's going to be happy, whether it's students, athletes, parents, community. I mean, there's just problems come up, right? And the ultimate goal is to resolve them, and the community here in regards to the school, doing a lot of great things and providing a lot of opportunities. So people are going to say, you look at Kewanee High School, why would they do that? Why would they spend all that money on that? And people don't realize why that sign's up there. That's right.
It's because of the fact that there was a huge tornado situation. There were three tornadoes hit Kewanee, and this school got hit hard, not by the tornado, but by water damage. So what happens is Mrs. Bainey, she just to become the superintendent, what does she do? She helped. I remember seeing pictures of her working over here and trying to get things cleaned up, trying to help out. And then this is what becomes of it. You have this, rather than just have those dull panels, you put Kewanee High School, home of the Boilermakers. It's darn cool.
It looks great.
I think so, too. Yep.
No, it's good. We're at 190, folks. We got a forfeit. We got a 215 coming up and a heavyweight, and then we should be back to rolling. Good.
Thank you for putting up with our.
Actually, we're gonna have to roll to 106. They'll finish up because they started at 113, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
At 2:15.
Very nice.
We got I think they're advertising it. We have maybe we should say that. We've got a scoreboard dedication coming up.
Tokatron.
Is that, yeah, Tokatron.
It's going to be Saturday against the Riverdale basketball Rams.
And that's going to be Mr. John Blaschinski's honoring Mr. John Blaschinski that night as well.
On the 12th for that
12th.
one.
Okay.
For the girls basketball.
Yep.
And that is going to be, let me just get that out here. Got it real quickly here. Maybe not quickly.
That's all right.
Okay. So, yeah, the girls basketball is the 12th against the Hall Lady Devils. And that'll be on the 12th of this month. And, of course, today is the 5th, so it's a week from tonight.
Good.
It will be here at Kewanee High School, and they'll be honoring John Blaschinski for what he did for girls basketball, and quite frankly, with everything that he was involved in. I've got something that I've thought about. I'm going to write down and talk a little bit about John Blaschinski too.
Good.
He graduated with my sister from high school here at Kewanee High School in 1965.
Nice.
And I remember him having fun and enjoying things, and he was always so giving of his time to the girls basketball program. So, similar to what you do with the wrestling program, Coach. And also with doing broadcasts too, which makes a difference. It's so much fun to be able to see these things. And
I mean, and if you want to talk about, Mr. John Blaschinski, he's a serviceman, Navy, and it's good that they're honoring him, because I know this, if you were here in the 80s, 90s, and then beyond until recently, just last year, Mr. John Blaschinski, John Boy, and was here, and he was here supporting, and I think his heart of hearts, he really enjoyed girls basketball, partially because he had 3 daughters, so and that's where it took him. But he was a great supporter of the males athletics as well. So it's great that they're honoring him, and
he also had he played sports himself in high school.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then he has a granddaughter that plays for Kewanee.
Yeah,
Addison Yepson?
Yes, Yepson,
Yep.
Exactly.
And he had 2 other granddaughters that had sports. Golf, the oldest, is Natalie, I believe. She's excellent golfer.
Now, right.
And then the next girl, and I'm
I don't want to get into family. I don't want to get into family trees necessarily, but Addison is not his granddaughter.
Will be on December 17th.
So.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I just want to.
Thank you.
We won't have the discussion of the Yepson family tree.
That's right.
Between Mike and Marty, but anyway.
Sorry.
But it's good. But he does have ties to Addie, as a
thank you for
family through marriage. So that's not a problem. No, but so it'll be great to honor him, and then obviously Mr. Toka. Mr. Toka with the Jumbotron or the Tokatron, which is great. He was my football coach when I was a freshman and sophomore, so it was good. Not the head freshman coach; he was the head sophomore coach, but we ran practice for him all the time. So. And
I just saw Mr. Yepson. I went to a football game over at the Mark of the Quad Cities that saw the Steam Leaders, and I saw him over there.
Good.
And he had a Kewanee hat on, so did I. It was good to see him. Boy, where's my mind sometimes? Yeah, I think maybe I'm lost it.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, me too.
Oh, shoot.
You just asked my kids and my wife. We definitely lose it.
You got a wonderful family.
Well, we're going to have, folks, the long wait is almost over. Kewanee's warmed up. Alleman should be warmed up, and we're going to start this up here soon. So I don't know we got any projected. We got projections here for those of you that are at home.
Possibly watching. I'm not sure. We have what time is it right now? It is 7:30, and so imagine within the next 10 minutes we'll be rolling. But we're going to have, it looks like we're going to have a couple forfeits, at least as it is on paper. Mr. Ryan Conway, our 106-pounder, is not going to have an opponent. We will not provide an opponent for 113. Looks like Isaiah Rosas would get a forfeit. Rock Island Alleman does not have a 120-pounder, and so it looks like Trenton Edens would get a forfeit. And then our first bit of wrestling is going to happen at the 26-pound, and that's going to be Tennyson Hampton from Rock Island Alleman against Kiwani's 4-year starter, Kingston Peterson. So that'll be the first person coming up. And then beyond that, there'll be a couple more forfeits throughout the matches, but most of them in favor of Kiwani. So we are definitely favored in this against Rock Island Alleman, but you got to go out and wrestle it, and that's for sure. So.
And the music's starting, and then at the end they like to have some Christmas music, which is nice. And by the way, folks, there are so many neat things coming up here. So far as wrestling is concerned, not as many home matches as we would like. However, there are enough home matches, especially here in December, 17th, 18th, and 19th. Really nice. And they're going to have a wrestling alumni night on December the 19th, it looks like here, which is kind of neat to hear. I'm not sure what that's going to entail. We'll ask Coach Eads when he comes up here, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And then they'll have a match on the 3rd, and wow, Abingdon, Amboy, Mendota, Putnam County, and Salmonock. Wow, that's going to be a Saturday on the 3rd of January. And then it'll be the just a minute, let me get my shades over here. The 8th of January, it'll be Eureka and Knoxville here at the Brockman Gymnasium. Then they will be wrestling against Fulton and Morrison on the 15th, the 16th, Monrose and Princeton. And then the Invitational, and of course that's on January 17th. And that is one thing that is so much fun to see is all the teams in here. And if you ever have been a part of it or have seen it or witnessed it, this gymnasium is full for wrestling. And there's a lot of teams, I realize that. But it's so nice to see the support the wrestlers get, especially the Kiwani wrestlers. It's fun to see.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. So I'm trying to think where that is that where did they put it on the schedule at? There it is, January 17th. So, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun day. And if you need to see a tournament before that, folks, all right, you got one up in Seneca tomorrow morning. All right, if you want to watch some wrestling, you'll get all you want for about 7 hours. And then the week after that, we'll be heading down to Porta, and that's down in Petersburg, Illinois, and that's another great tournament too. So, and I looked at the tournament already, Russ. We've got there's 19 teams. Sometimes there's late additions, sometimes there's subtractions, but right now there's 19 teams that are scheduled. Now, not every team will have not every team will have full lineups. However, the goal would be, that's why you invite that many teams there. You're looking to, and hopefully getting a 16-man bracket, which is a great tournament. I mean, you win a tournament like that, and in place in a tournament like that, you're doing something right. So hopefully, I got my eyes on some Kiwani folks that should make the podium tomorrow. So and hopefully we get a couple champions, whatever, get some finalists and so forth. So, and
if you want to know where Seneca is located, folks, that is to get on Interstate 80 and head straight east, and it's right off of Interstate 80 at about mile marker 109, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
It's after Marseilles, then it's Seneca. I think.
Marseilles and then Seneca. And we used to get off at the Seneca exit and then go north to go up to Aurora when I was a kid. So.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we would take the back way into Aurora that way, but so Seneca, nice. They have a nice new. Just so you talking about facilities, they put if you've ever been up to Oregon. Have you been up to Oregon's, if you will?
Yes.
It's almost like a community center, multi-court, pavilion slash multi-purpose athletic place. Seneca just put one up, and that was the first year last year that the wrestling tournament was in that room. So plenty of seating, plenty of room. It was a nice place to watch. The bleachers are only on one side, but you had pathways, and when your wrestler was wrestling in the deep part of the deep 40 or the back 40, right? Yeah. You could get down there and sit near it, and then you could go back. So it was easy to watch wrestling, especially if you're there for someone's particular. So,
are you going down there then?
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow? Okay.
For
I
sure.
didn't know if you're going to be. I should say going over.
Yeah.
I know you've got. Well, we also wanted to talk briefly in between this break.
Yeah.
About some of the wrestlers that are wrestling that have graduated from Kewanee High School that are wrestling at the next level.
I think. Well, we can. I think right now. I think we only have one. So I know. In the one would be Kewanee has it would be a graduate from 2024. Wait a minute, 2023. Caden Rednauer.
Okay, yeah.
Caden Rednauer is I could be mistaken, but he's the only Kewanee wrestler still wrestling. So last year, right, and I think we talked about it, two others were wrestling with him, and that was Jackson Hicks and William Taylor. Jackson Hicks and William Taylor are not wrestling this year, but I have reports from a good source that Caden Rednauer is still wrestling. So,
good.
And that will be Caden's senior over there, 4-year wrestler over there
at Augustana.
Yeah, I think the other two found some other things to get ready for. One of them is preparing himself to get accepted to med school. So he's graduating as a junior, he's graduating as a 3-year college, and we can go back to high school and figure this out.
Yeah.
But the young man I'm talking about is Jackson Hicks. He had enough dual credit classes while he was in high school. He did 1 year at Blackhawk, got his associates, and did just 2 years at Augustana. So he essentially did college for 3 years, which is a cost saver, huge, right?
Yeah.
So he had a 3-year college career based on what he was able to accomplish here at the high school. And then he's looking to move on to, if I'm not mistaken, pre-med. And so he'll have to go to medical school. So that's why he's not. The other one, then we'll get back to Caden Rednauer. The other one, I think, found a job at a local factory over there that's yellow and green, and so he's working while he's in college. So at John Deere. So anyway, that's. But the guy that is still wrestling, and I know they had some meets the other day, is Caden Rednauer, who is one of the most recent 100 win wrestlers that Kewanee's had. So it was good. So.
So I'm glad that you brought us up to speed on that. That's something that's nice to see too.
Yeah.
They get to be a little bit more on top of it at the college level, which is darn nice.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There are some guys that you saw wrestled last year that are still wrestling. Sterling Newman had a young man named Briar Ivy, got second place in state, multiple-time state qualifier, but second in state last year. He went on, and he's wrestling up at University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I'm not sure where they've all gone, but I imagine if you remember Jude Finch from Rock Ridge.
Oh, yeah, I remember that name.
Yeah, state champion 2 years ago. He got third place last year. I'm sure he's wrestling somewhere. Maybe he's wrestling at St. Ambrose with his brother, but I don't know for sure because his older brother was wrestling at St. Ambrose. His name was Brock Finch. And then not sure where Blake Smith would be the most recent guy. State champion 157 from Riverdale, who was just here. I don't know where he's at in school either. Here you go, Coach. This, everybody, is Mr. Steele Martin. Freshman, last night got a win. Looks like he's getting an exhibition match right now. This would be good experience for him. So
he is wrestling Andrew Schultz, 175. He got a victory at 175 in just his first year. Did you say, Coach?
last night he got one.
Wow, my goodness gracious. That young man is sure strong.
Yeah, he is strong. So we'll see what. And remember, exhibitions, folks. Sometimes if wrestlers wrestling below, they're not in the same weight class necessarily, but
because it's exhibition, yeah.
Because it's exhibition,
yeah.
but it'll be interesting to see.
And Corbin Phelps will be.
Yep. And Corbin's first-year wrestler. He'll be coming up next. So here's Steele. Once all the hubbub and the excitement of the first minute's done, Steele's gonna battle back. At least the way I know. And it doesn't mean if he's successful or not with a win or loss, but he's gonna battle. He's a tough kid. So.
Yep.
Here he goes. He's trying to get his hands off. There we go. He's got to get the hips free. Drop your hips. He keeps reaching. One thing he needs to do, once he clears that, he needs to clear it completely. If you don't clear it completely and then you reattach by reaching around and grabbing a head, you don't get your point.
Yep.
So it's almost like you got to definitively clear yourself. That's it. But look, he's good. He's in good shape. He's going to battle.
Well, you know,
love it.
One thing about wrestling, it is a team sport, but it's also an individual sport.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Very similar to what it is with football,
Yeah.
basketball, the rest of the sports, too, for that matter.
Yep. Now he needs to drop the hips and get rid of the head, though.
Oh, shoot.
There we go. Oh, step over.
Can he get it? Can he get it? Can he get it?
Oh, yeah. There you go,
There
Steele.
you go. Reversal. Good job.
Nice. He might get the pin here. Settle in, Steele.
And
Nice. I told you, Coach.
yeah. Oh, there. That's a fist bump.
That was nice.
Yes.
So, listen, I mean, the great thing, that is great when that happens.
Yes, it is.
Because all the fire, all the brimstone and fire ran out, and Steele just kept fighting. So.
And that feeling that you get as a wrestler or any sport when you get that victory. Wow, it feels good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Builds confidence. That was great.
And here's
Good for
Corbin.
him. That was a good battle.
It was.
So.
And this is 285, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Is it 285?
285.
Okay. So neither one of them are close to the. And then here's Corbin. Stay low.
Kai Tang is here for Alleman. Yep.
Get rid of the head. There you go.
This Kai Tang is quick.
We'll see if he wrestles. It's going to be a good match then, him and Aries. Okay.
Winner with the pin is Kai Tang.
Okay. So that is
nose bleeding.
Yep.
All right. Interesting. So I think is that the end of the exhibition,
That's
Coach?
it. Yep.
Well, good. And we are starting.
We'll start at the weight class 120.
Okay.
Yeah, and they rotated. For those of you at home, we started at 106 for the first duel. Then they went to the next weight class, started at 113 for the Riverdale and Alleman duel. And then we start at 120, the third weight class from the bottom, or from the lightest for the third duel. So
we're going to be joined by Coach Charlie Eads after the match, by the way, which is we really enjoy that. And, And have to thank all the coaches that come up and talk to us afterwards. Basketball, football, of course, with you, volleyball with
Cinnamon.
Bree Cinnamon, and Dave Wallace and Nate Nance, and Matt Costin comes up and talks to us too, which is
good.
nice, which we appreciate. All the sports that we do broadcast on Kewanee High School Sports and Special Events at YouTube Live, we are able to go ahead and talk to the coaches afterwards. Yeah. And it's nice to listen and to what's going on.
Yep. There we go. So starting off with a forfeit, and that was a scheduled forfeit. And so our first match is going to be 126 with Kingston. And Russ, hey, for what you guys do, we remember this, with the kind of the with the dissolving, if you will, of local news media print, right? The digital record of what these young men and women do, right, is important to have. And so, win or loss, it's important for the coaches to come up and talk. So,
it sure is nice.
Good, yeah.
Well, here we go.
All right, Kingston. So we'll see. Again, Kingston kind of gave him his leg. I think he was planning on that.
Look at this.
So
and they almost nobody has gotten an advantage here, Coach, yet.
Well, Kingston does right now.
No, there is 3.
So, and he's gonna suck him back and get pinned. So he's just playing the weight game. He'll probably reshift his legs, but he's just settling in. Shoulder right in the right. He's putting his chin right into the shoulder.
That has to hurt.
Yeah.
And the young man from Alleman really giving it a little college try there, or high school try, I should say.
And I'm not sure what year he is. Kingston, the old savvy veteran. I think pretty sure he gave him his leg. Kingston was working on a move, so he kind of.
Tennyson Hampton's a sophomore.
Yeah. So.
And you mentioned it before. When you're being ridden and pushed down like that, it's hard to not just say, "Hey, I'll come back and fight another day."
Yeah, the coaches know, and the parents know, and the athletes know, right? You got to fight to the end. Mm-hmm. So, and it might not end the way you want to, but as long as you're fighting, So
6-0 is the team score here, and it's 3-0.
Yep.
Kewanee with the lead here, and this is if it's
just trying to. Kingston's just trying to tighten it up. He's just going to sit here for 2 minutes. The kid's going to be pretty fatigued by the time he gets done with it. He's trying to reset, and it's going to be close.
Boy, that.
Yeah, that was a good. Hey, that's a good fight from that kid. That's great.
Yeah, it really was.
So
it's going to be 7-0.
Yeah.
Kewanee leads it 6-0. I've got the wrong.
Yeah.
Or the right score.
Team score 6-0, and looks like Kingston. Again, it's flip flops, but Kingston Peterson's up 7-0.
Yeah.
On young Mr. Hampton.
Yep.
So Kingston's working head control, trying a little throw by, and unfortunately got himself caught in a fireman's carry. And he's going to have to arch up out of here.
And he does that. Got strong neck muscles too,
he
doesn't
does. And he needs to get his hand through. Got to get his hand through. Oh, come on, work it out. Can he do it? Work it out.
Can he get away from him?
I don't know. It's going to be tough.
This is tough.
His shoulder's up, but he's going to have a tough time. He's got to switch.
Trying hard. It's close. Official had his hand up momentarily there.
Maybe they're. Well, this is a turn of the.
If he could somehow, some way get out of it.
Yeah, it's like the same. It's like the opposite of what happened last period. Kingston's going to have to battle for 2 minutes to try to get out of here.
He's got his shoulders up now. He's moving around a little bit.
Elbow.
There's a lot of time and a lot of mat left.
Yep. His shoulders are off the ground. There he goes. Goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, wow. What a great job by Peterson.
Yeah, a lot of effort to get out of that pinning combination. So,
but this guy is a serious wrestler over here.
Yeah,
for
he's
Alleman.
a good wrestler. That's why Kingston had the go on him the first period. Now Kingston needs to work. It's like the turn of it's even. It should be 7-7 right now. So.
You're exactly right. It is.
So crazy.
Trying to get the cradle.
Stay out of there. Yep.
He's on his knees.
And we are. You want to talk about mirror periods?
Yeah.
First period, Kingston was trying to pin him for 2 minutes, and Kingston wasn't in jeopardy as long as the other. Kingston got out. So this is it.
Good job by Kingston.
Yeah, that was great.
I mean, that was a pin.
Yeah. So both of them both of them gave the business to the other guy for 2 minutes.
Now, Kingston's had a little bit more time to kind of
Rest
just a
or
little
recover.
bit.
Yeah. He needs to stay low. This guy did a fireman's on him and dumped him last time, so he needs to. Kingston had a couple nice ankle picks last night, so we'll see how he works this here. But the young kid he's a little bit taller than Kingston, and they're both evenly matched, but do not want to get dumped again. So Kingston's got an overhook, dropping it, cross-facing it.
Almost had it.
Yep, he's still not. Still hasn't given it up. Now he's going to get it. Yeah, he's going to get it here.
Yeah,
so
3 points there.
all right, Kingston's going to have to get out and do a takedown.
Tennyson Hampton, he's a sophomore.
Yep.
He sure looks like a lot more polished wrestler than that.
Yeah, he's.
But of course, we got Ace LaFollette is also a sophomore. He's pretty darn polished too.
Yeah, that's for sure. Got to work down. Get out of there.
Get him on the neck there.
Yeah, he's getting. His back's not. I don't know if he broke 45 though.
Yep. And got to get reversal and then get a takedown.
Yeah, I think he's going to get some near fall points here. The referee is holding 4 in his hand.
Yeah.
Until something changes.
Yep.
If it changes, then he'll present the 4.
And he's been ridden awful hard too. Yep.
Yeah.
He said something. I didn't hear what he said.
I don't know.
No
idea.
Decision.
Winner at 126 in the
Yeah.
decision. And Tennyson Hampton of Alleman.
Yep.
And 3 points for the decision. So he's pretty happy.
Yeah, he's happy for sure. Who too? I mean, that's a good win over a good wrestler, Kingston.
Yes.
So.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to have, once again,
Mr.
at 132.
Brian Moreno Gamboa. So.
And Sullivan Ahern.
For Alleman and for
And Mr. Sullivan Ahern is, what year is he? So Ahern, he's a junior, 132. So he could be a very experienced wrestler, but I don't think so.
They're both really kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah, for sure. So.
Don't overreact. I'm hearing the Alleman coach say that. See what Coach Eads has to say over there.
No.
Yep, and then going to have 3 points on the takedown.
Yep.
Goes right into a pinning move.
Yep, right into a half Nelson.
Yep. Well, that's awful tough to.
Yeah, and you can tell he's a younger, experienced as far as experienced wrestler.
Yep.
Because he threw the half in and then it slipped out on him real easy and.
Got a nice job that time though to get out of that.
Yeah. Moreno Gamboa fighting back. That's good.
Yes.
Let's see him work up. This is where he gets to learn, right? Teach him some lessons, and he brought his. Unfortunately, he brought his knee up to his head, and he got cradled. So.
is Sullivan Ahern of Alleman.
So Ahern gets the pin. And
where do we at? So we've got.
So it's 9-6. Alleman is leading in this as of right now.
They got the score correct then?
Yep, that is correct.
Yep.
9-6. Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Receiving a forfeit win at 38 pounds is Kiwani's Hunter Vansel.
44s.
That's 38.
Yeah. And I think 44 is getting a forfeit as well. No, maybe
Lane
not.
Taylor will be It looks like Rudy Espinoza.
Oh, okay, good.
And Espinoza is a freshman.
Okay, good. Well, Hunter gets a.
144 pounds from Alleman, Rudy Espinoza, and from Kiwanee Lane
And
Taylor.
the Espinoza, I watched a little bit. He had a nice match against the Riverdale opponent. I think Riverdale eventually won it, but this is where go shots.
Look at those
Some
shoes.
head tie, ankle pick. Good. Let go of it. There you go, and get your 3. Good job.
Yeah.
What is this?
Doing it again. And
Keep the leg in there. You can keep it pressed
7.
in. There you go.
7-0 the score now.
Okay.
Now he's going to be pushing him over.
Well,
Taking
which
what he
is fine.
can.
Yeah, he could. That's good.
45-degree angle, as you mentioned. By the way, how hard is it to be an official for wrestling?
Oh yeah,
Pretty
They're
darn hard,
up-
isn't it?
They're up and down, and
Yep.
so
Good. Lane Taylor gets a pin.
yeah,
144 pounds with a pin is Kiwanee Lane Taylor.
yeah. There we
Win by-
go. Whoa.
It said over there, it had up here, win by fall on the
Oh, was it?
Jumbotron.
Oh, did it?
On the
Yeah.
Tokatron, excuse me.
The Tokatron.
Kiwanee Chance the Splinter.
Chance to Splinter and Wilhelm Hambrun, it
Yep.
looks like.
And so
Hampton.
this will be interesting because Chance had a little slip up last time. Wasn't happy with the result. We'll see how he wrestles here, but it'll be interesting to see
See how this young man does against Chance.
because this is where Chance can get back at it, and the Alleman kid beat the kid that beat Chance, and so if Chance can go out and win, he knows he just had a bad match. So we'll see. He's working.
Boy, you got an excellent memory.
Yeah.
While we were talking about everything under the sun.
Yeah, I was just watching a little bit.
Chance has that. I know I was going to mention to you.
Yeah.
I'll do it at the end of the match here.
Okay.
There's something I want to talk about. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
All righty. Yeah, so these two are feeling each other out too, but we got to. Chance likes to give his leg. There we go.
Nice job. Quickness.
Good defense.
Extraordinaire there.
Yeah, good defense. He needs to down block on that leg, or sometimes wrestlers will drag an arm. They'll drag an arm in front of their leg, so if anybody wants to shoot in there, they catch it. But
Yeah.
yep. Not a whole lot of Chance. A little uncertain in regards to the commit, but this is what he wants. He got a whizzer. He's got a
Can you get
whizzer in there, and he's got trying to get a cradle wrapped up.
Boy, is he
There we go.
strong.
Oh yeah, he's strong.
Chance to Splinter. Strength extraordinaire.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I was talking about. Get out of there, Chance. And he got flipped. Unfortunately, he got flipped.
But he still got 4 points there.
Oh, he's trying to.
7-0. There's no reversal though.
No.
They're saying no
I don't think-
reversal.
I don't think they lost control, so we should have.
1 point.
No, they should have. We should have 3. He's got.
Yeah,
he had
it's 7-0.
Oh, it's on the wrong side.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. It's 7-0.
Yeah.
So, Chance to Splinter will be up here.
Yep. And so this is what I mean. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you get caught. You make a mistake. I said it. Unfortunately, he ended up losing his last match, but I felt Chance was had more experience than the other wrestler. He just got caught and made a mistake. We'll see if it's proven. This kid went out, wrestled a smart match against the kid that beat Chance, and now Chance is up 7-0. So Chance can beat about anybody. He's very dynamic, and I do think one thing he's working on getting some deeper, more committed shots. But his defense and his ability to scramble and roll and come out in good spots is good. But he almost got caught as well. So.
And it's like he's more of the aggressor than the wrestler
Yeah.
is for Alleman.
Yep.
He's got it again. It looks like they're.
Yep. Get out of there. Get out of there. He's got it.
He almost had the
There
roll,
you go.
but no, now
Yep.
he's got it. Got the arm, too.
Yep.
Got the arm, too, Coach.
Got it. So, there we go.
Look at that. Wow. And look,
and that's a little bit of.
He's got a lift in his step there. He was pretty excited about that one, Coach.
Because that's a little redemption. I mean, he made a mistake the last match, and it happens. And then he went out, and this kid's beside himself too, because he went out there probably thinking, well, I beat the guy that beat him. So, but that's the thing. That's what the coaches say oftentimes, right? Don't be scoreboard watching. Don't be hunting guys down time. Just go out and do your thing and wrestle. So, but as a spectator, as a guy that's kind of up here to do that, I felt he made a mistake his first match, and then Chance came out, and that's a very good redemption to bounce back that fast. And this kid, you can see, he's like, what happened? So, anyway.
Jermaine McKnight again, and Tom Todd for Alleman.
And there's a fireman's right there real quick.
Wow.
So
Jermaine McKnight has really polished
he needs to dump a half in there real quick.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna roll the shoulder under. There you go. And then he's gonna mount, and then he's gonna
Look at that. Boy, Jermaine McKnight.
Yeah, there we
go.
Yep. So
well, he has really become polished from last year.
Yeah, he's getting
with a pin from Kewanee, Jermaine McKnight.
Yep.
And now getting ready to wrestle. Well, it's actually going to be a forfeit.
Oh,
It'll be
really?
Braden Johnson.
Oh.
Will be Kewanee's Braden Johnson.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
But Ace LaFollette will be coming out against Jordan Thompson.
This is going to be fun because this is one of their most aggressive guys, and well, we know Ace is about ready to get aggressive right now. So, and the other guy just slapped him. So there's not going to be a lot of goodwill here shortly. Just because both personalities.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how fast that was.
Just because both personalities.
Oh, my. Oh, you're smiling, Coach.
Well, just because that's the chain wrestling we're talking about, right? He goes from one thing to another and is just physical.
Yeah.
And that's what it'll teach you. I mean, Ace has lifted a lot of weights. He has some natural speed for sure. But it's just nice to see him. He does this. Oh, you stood up. I'm gonna do it again. So.
Oh, but do you see that?
Yeah.
Wow, you got to be careful of that.
Yep.
5-1 the score.
Yeah.
Ace LaFollette.
Yep.
Wow. It's our privilege to be able to watch him as an athlete for the next 2 years after this year on the football field, and including this year, 3 years in wrestling.
Yep. And there's...
Boy, is he quick.
Yeah, he's quick. So...
And he tried to throw him there, didn't happen. Backed out of it. Very mature move by him.
Yeah, and Ace is really, he's set up there, but he actually wants to get you. You come in close. I want to get close to you. But if there's one thing he can work on is, working on changing levels and going taking an ankle or a high crotch or a single leg. He would be a great blast double guy if he'd change levels and just put his forehead right in the guy's sternum.
Yep.
Jordan Burroughs, Olympic college and Olympic wrestler, world champion, is a great example of that. So
36-9 the score. Kewanee with a commanding lead as of right now.
And Ace is going to work under here.
Stands right up.
Yep.
Tried to give.
Well, and I think that the Alleman kid is realizing that he doesn't want to get too close. Jordan Thompson, junior. Yeah.
And it looks like 3 points right at the end of the first period.
Yeah, Coach won't be happy about that. Ace won't be happy with that either.
5-4 the score. 1 point lead for Ace.
Okay.
But and Ace is
going to stay up,
kind of standing there, and he's going okay.
Yeah.
Give the kid from Alleman credit. He's standing toe to toe.
Smart. Yeah. He keeps backing up though. That's the officials got to
stalling.
They got to move forward. Yes. So we had a couple instances last night. They got to move forward. So
Ace has his head to the side so he can kind of see around the wrestler, it looks like almost.
Yep.
He's got a way of doing things. Almost had the leg there.
Yep.
And that was a great job by Ace.
Yep.
Almost had it there too.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to see how he was going to do things.
Yep.
And now he's got the lead.
Yep. And
7-5.
Credit to Thompson. He chose his spot here. Ace can get within 1 point. There's a reversal. There's a 2-point reversal, so tied up. Why didn't they?
7-7.
Oh. Well, now it's. I don't think they give any reversal, so it would be 9-6, but they never give Ace any reversal.
No, they didn't.
Must not have been long enough control or something. So.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go.
Stalemate, I think they said. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's hard to hear.
Yeah, they called a stalemate. So
7-5. The Alleman wrestle are with the lead momentarily.
Yeah. Oh, and they race. So just so we're clear, Ace weighed in at 65 today, right?
Okay.
And he wrestled in 75. So.
Oh, jeez.
Which is good.
Got a hold of Ace's foot there. And this is just the second period, of course.
Yep. Ace needs to get up. He's got a hold of a hand. He's going to.
Quickness on the football field, quickness on the wrestling mat, too, for that matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we got 5-7 right now, so we'll see what he's going to do.
And the official is talking to the coach for Alleman to see about maybe the reversal.
Yeah, but the problem is they didn't give either one of them a reversal.
Yeah.
So they never deemed it of a complete control. So if it's anything, okay. Come on, it's been going like that the whole time. You know that, so.
Yeah. Okay, so Ace is going to be down.
Yep.
And Thompson will be up. Thompson leading at 7-5. And almost getting out of it is Ace.
Yep.
Flattens him out. Thompson flattens out Ace LaFollette.
Yep.
Now he's standing up. Oh, nice bridge. And he gets an escape. 1 point.
Yep. So we got 7-6 ball game. So it's going to be a matter of a takedown's going to have to win it. So, and then a takedown. The whole, there you go. Stand
and he's got it. And he's kept his foot inside.
He's in.
Oh my gosh. That was 2 points. 3 points, excuse me.
They got it. He's in. Come on. 2 of them right there. That's unfortunate. His foot was in. Had his.
Are they going to change it or not? Or make it a non-call? Should be 3 points. Yep, there. He's going to do it.
What?
So it's a tie. They're going to say it's a technical violation because he
reached out onto the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
7-7 the score.
All right, tie ball game. So here we go. So Ace needs to do a little more of that. Use his quickness.
And now he is really watching what's going on here, learning from what he did earlier.
Yeah, he can do the same thing. He can drop levels and take a leg. And there you go. He's departing. He's departing the mat too.
Yeah.
So anyway. Oh shoot.
$10-7 after the takedown.
Yeah.
He's got to get out of this. Got to do it in a hurry here. And now he was off the mat.
Now
there you go. Yeah.
So we got
that's actually better.
Yep.
10-7. Ace had a chance at a takedown on the mat, unable to finish it, and then the Thompson, is it Thompson? Yeah.
Yes.
Thompson counterattacked with a double of his own and got it. So he's up 10-7 right now.
This is a pretty good wrestler that
Yeah.
Ace is wrestling against.
Oh, he is. Yeah. There you go. Almost.
He was up on all fours.
Yep.
Grabbing the fingers and pulling them back. Ace makes a fist out of it. And so there's the victory for Alleman. Thompson gets the decision.
Yeah, it was a good match. A lot of action there. Ace won't be happy about it.
Yep. Every year it seems like they just kind of,
Yeah.
they're just a little bit better is all you can do.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, but those are listen, I mean, most wrestlers on both of these teams nobody's probably projected to go undefeated. So lessons learned. And I think the good thing was you saw Ace has the ability to change levels and go grab and sweep a leg and stuff. So here's Douglas Swearingen. He got a forfeit the first one. So he's got a nice match here.
Truman Marner.
Okay, junior. So from Rock Island Alleman. Currently, Kewaunee up 36-12. We've got 4 more matches. 5. 2 of them, a couple will be forfeits. But anyway, so it'd be great to see Douglas get a win here. So
And Douglas really came on strong last year.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the year. I think he either got first or third in the Kewaunee Invitational last year.
yeah, he had a nice Kewaunee invite. He did a little 215, I think, his freshman year, and then he's steadily worked down and been at 190. I don't think he ever did the 175 thing, but he's done 190 and 215 in his time here at Kewaunee. So there we go. Good defense, very good defense there. And sometimes, you get 190, 215ers. Their stances tend to change. They tend to be a little more upright, but that was great defense by Doug. So
Did a good job, that's
haven't
for sure.
Haven't seen much offense. There we go. There's a little got inside.
Can he gotta get that advantage? And here is where it looks like the Alleman wrestler's going for the legs, and that's exactly what happened. Yep.
There he goes. Good defense, Doug.
Yeah.
He needs to stay heavy, and then get around to the back.
There
we
you go.
Good. Needs to get control, though.
3 points.
Not yet.
Right there. Yep,
They
right
give
at
it
the
to
buzz.
him?
They gave it to him. Yep,
Okay,
3
good.
points. Yep.
All right.
So 3-0.
Yeah. I don't think they have the scoreboard on the screen, but it's reversed right now. So we're Kewaunee 3 in this match to 0, and then overall Kewaunee's got 36. Alleman's got 12. So
Doug will be doing the riding. He's trying to do a sit out.
yeah.
Okay, 1 point for the reverse for the escape. So it's 3-1 now.
Yeah.
We hear a smack there. See what Kewaunee can go ahead and. Kewaunee's Doug Swearingen can go ahead and get a little bit of an advantage here. He's got the arm right now.
Yeah, he's get the other. They both have a wrist. The one has 2-on-1 wrists. There's just not a lot of.
He looks like he's lost a little bit of weight, or he's gotten taller or something.
Yeah, he's consistently just trimmed and gotten stronger and gotten in better shape, as he's matured, just like most young guys do. But that's great. Yeah, looks good. He's winning now, and I'm not sure if he's strategically waiting for some, defense for the other guy to shoot to him. And this is a good time to do that, because the other wrestler has to, as long as Douglas is pushing forward and making progress, the other wrestler has to come to him, because Douglas is winning right now. But
He's pushing his head down.
Like you said, there you go. And he anticipated that, which was good.
Smart play.
So
getting the leg.
He was kind of waiting. The other wrestler had to come to him. And so Doug
flattened him out.
As soon as he did that, nope, get out of there. Get your legs back.
Can he put him over?
He can't. He's got to get his leg back, though. He's trying to block it off.
Yep.
He does not want to get picked up.
Nope.
There you go. And that's. And here he goes. He's going to try it again. Don't let the guy's head slip out.
Oh,
okay. Yep.
3 points.
So Doug anticipated that single leg, and it was great. And then he was just unable to defend it.
So 4-3 now. The Pioneers have the lead on here. This, again, is Truman Marner.
Yep.
And Doug Swearingen. Doug Swearingen will be on the bottom this time.
Third period. So currently Douglas is losing by 1 point. So he can get an escape, and he's good. Do not get cradled. Alleman was trying to put a cradle in. So got to move here.
He's a pretty quick wrestler, isn't he? Marner is.
Yeah, he's quick. Yeah.
He's riding high, though.
He's got 2-on-1. You got to be careful of the tilt, but he's trying to tuck an elbow in. And let's see. Yep. Doug's going to have to work his way up.
Yep. There he goes. Can he do it?
Turn.
Can he get it? Oh,
almost.
Shoot.
Yeah, he had to. That's kind of the chain wrestling you talked about. He did the roll, but he's got to throw. He's got to let go of the arm and turn over. So that's twice now. He's got to commit to it and go all the way through, and he'll probably end up on top of him. So he's probably got one more.
Well, he's really high.
Yeah,
Marner is really high.
Yeah, we need to just get 1 point. We just need to get an escape. So
getting close. 4-3. They just a 1 point lead, as Coach said.
Here we go. All the way over.
Can he do it? Can he do it? You get a reversal. How appropriate to do it right at the end of the period, huh?
Yeah, this is third period, so he's just hanging on. Got to get out.
Now the Alleman wrestler is stalling. He's not doing anything right now at all. And he can because he's got the lead.
Yeah. Come on, Doug.
And there we go, and there's a reversal. Oh, right.
Yeah, nice reversal there.
5-4 now, Kewanee leads. And we're getting close to the end of the period.
He's got to ride him here.
That took a lot, an awful lot.
Just get on top of him and ride him.
Oh, that's it.
There
what a big victory for Doug Swearingen and Kewanee.
Yep, that was a nice last second. Very good, and he held on for the win there.
Yeah, that was a heck of a job.
Yep.
And that had to be exhausting.
Yeah. It was exhausting, and the other kid was working hard to stay on top of him. He got high, and Douglas took advantage of it, so it was good.
Hao Mong.
Yeah.
And he's quick, by the way.
Yeah, he's quick. He won his last match too. So these two have both beaten the same guy.
And so this is Landon Weir.
Yeah, Landon Weir, senior. He's getting a lot of action this year so far too. It's good.
And Mong is a junior, by the way.
Yep. So. Yep.
Interesting to see.
Landon's got to not let this guy have his hands the whole time. So here we go.
Tried to drive into him.
Yeah, now he's working some control. He's got an underhook. What are you going to do with it, though? You don't want to get jacked up yourself. Now he's reversed it, the two underhooks. So Landon's trying to back out. There we go. Good. Stay in there. Yeah, anytime a guy's got two underhooks on you or two overhooks, you better be prepared because might be trying to throw you. So
and look what happened.
Here we go. Turn the corner here. He needs to pick it up and turn the corner. Go.
Keep driving.
Pull it
drive.
In. He needs to pull it in. Pull it in. He's got to get on his feet, though, to do it. He's got to pull it in. Step over. Step over. Drive, Landon.
Drive.
Come on.
Yes.
Drive it.
Oh,
There you
landed.
go, and he got it. There we go.
Nice
There's 3.
job.
Yeah, nice job. Very good. He needs to stay back, though. Staying too tall. Good for Landon. Nope. There we go. Break him down. Break him down.
Use your weight.
He's a little bit forward.
Yep, a little bit high.
He's got to.
Talking about the cradle.
I don't know. Half right there. Good. Run the half over.
Yeah, run it.
Oh.
Yeah, well, almost.
He lost his balance a little bit. Lost his balance. He's got to go. He doesn't have a lot of leverage on the head, though.
No.
He lost the half, so.
Don't want to give up the point. You know. And
He didn't.
Didn't either.
He kept a hold of him. So 3-0. Landon Weir currently up, starting the second period. It's decision. We'll see what he's going to do here.
Boy, that was a heck of a job by Weir that time.
Yeah, the other kid's fatiguing a little bit. He's controlling his breathing.
Yep.
I mean, if you've ever, most of us have been at some point in time, right, exerted ourselves so much you almost feel like you're going to throw up, and some of us have, so that's good.
Okay, Landon Weir will be on top here.
Can't touch his hands, though.
And he stays down.
Yep. He needs to drive him forward, keep him flat, or kick a leg out.
He's trying to get the pinning
back.
combination here. Can he get him down
There
again?
you go.
Yes, he's going to have him an opportunity.
Sweep the head with a half Nelson.
Yep.
Step into it. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
No points there, though.
Come on, Landon. Here we go. Back it out, Landon. There we go. Back it out. Pancake him. There we go.
Good.
He's got to run that half Nelson. This kid is fatigued right now.
Yes, he is.
He is fatigued.
You were right.
We got to flatten him out. Come on, Landon.
That's the first point for the young man from Alleman, Hao Mong.
Yep. And Landon's got to flatten him out and then run the power half. So
here we go.
Still got to flatten him out, though.
Yep.
And he can't.
He's trying to sit out, and then he tried to move to do a reversal there.
Yep.
Landon just
He's
keeps.
not, but he's got to put some pressure on him.
Yep. Make it harder for him. Like you mentioned, he is fatigued.
Yeah, he's got his knees under him and his hips up, and Landon's going to have a tough time running a half when that's the case. So before we talk sometimes about it's about putting the cart before the horse, flatten him first, and then work the turn.
3-2 after the reverse, the escape.
Yep.
Landon really going after him now, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe this guy can't keep walking backwards.
Yep.
So, Landon, come on, man. Stay low. Stay low, Landon.
Win the second period.
Drive. Get out of there. No, get out of there, Landon.
Landon has got pretty good upper body strength. He doesn't want to get a reversal or a
don't want to give up
here.
the takedown right now, for sure.
And
nope.
Oh, wow. Right at the end of the period.
Well, Landon's looking a little fatigued right now, too. He's got to get off the mat.
Yep.
Yeah, they both look like they want to throw up. So, sorry for the graphics, but they both look.
I think you're right. He's
got to flatten them out. Flatten them out.
Yep.
He's got to pick up an ankle up and drive him forward and put him on his gut. No.
He's not doing that, though, is he?
No.
He's going to tie it up.
It is going to be tied up. There you go, back points.
But, nice job.
Back
Here
points.
we go.
Back points.
Landon, go ahead.
Swipe him.
And he's got, there are back points there for sure.
He's got to put the half in there.
Yeah, and then he'll have a pin.
He missed it. The half needs to go over the back of the neck. Should be 4 points. There we go. He's up now 7-2.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, he just needs to grind it. He needs to grind it out. Run it right here. There we go, Landon.
Yeah.
Come on, chest to chest.
Yep, there he
chest to chest. This guy's got.
That's it. Oh, nice job by Landon Weir.
Yeah,
if it means anything, we kind of welded to that, but
that was
didn't we?
good.
Wow,
that was good. Listen, I'm gonna tell you that was a win. I think Landon wrestled above what he did yesterday, and he wrestled above what that guy showed earlier. I saw that as a good match coming in, and Landon came out on top. That was great. Good for him. He's got to work on that. You know, early in the season, guys a lot of times learn if they're in shape or not, if they need to get in better shape. So I would say he needs to. He'll keep getting in better condition. Ryan Conway.
Yep.
Ari Simmons, first of all, came out, got a forfeit. Ryan Conway at 106, forfeit. And then Kiwani does not have a 113 that has been certified yet, and I think that will be it.
How long do you have to go before you can be certified, Coach?
Well, it all depends. That certification process, it is dependent on how much body fat they measure you having. So let's just, if you come in and your body fat percentage, as well as, and again, this is what it is, your urine has to be clear, right? So you can't be dehydrated. You can't lay out in the sun for 10 days and, you know what I'm saying? And then so that you can make the weight. No. So you have to both hit the weight, right? And you also have to have clear urine so that you're healthy. You're deemed healthy. You can't. So once your weight is measured and your body fat percentage is determined, then there's a systematic dropping of weight, okay, based on your percentage. And then you cannot go past, for example, one of our young wrestlers, right, if they wanted to go to another weight down, okay, the system says they can only go to a weight that is 1 pound above what that next lower weight is.
Wow.
So they can never go to that weight this year. So you have to either come in healthy, right, and have been working to stay at that weight and then fat test at that weight with clear urine and not, nothing crazy. And then that's your weight. But some guys can come in and weigh at 150, depending on their body fat. In January, they could maybe be at 132. So it just depends. It's all a scheme.
One thing I want to mention to you, which we have talked about before, but Jackson Hicks.
Yeah.
One thing that really I admired about that young man was how he was out because of a bad knee. He came back and played.
Oh, yeah.
And he wrestled out here.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember that huge brace that he had.
Yeah.
And I admired him for what he did. That's for sure.
For sure.
Yep. And now we got
step out for a second.
Heck of a guy coming in here, Coach Charlie Eads. Coach, good to have you once again. And going to be joining us with the victory by the Kewanee Boilermakers. 2 for Coach Eads. Have a seat, Coach. And goodness gracious, what a nice job by your Boilermakers today. Couple of things you didn't like happened, but a couple of things for the most part happened. It looked like your team was ready to go. And Coach, you've been on the mat for how long right now?
I've been here, I don't know, it feels like 20 years.
No. I mean, this season. I'm sorry,
season?
Coach. I apologize. My fault.
This season, we've wrestled against Roba and Monmouth United already, beat them. And then we already wrestled last night. We wrestled Schwart in Mercer County, picked up 2 wins there. Tonight we come in, we're a little banged up. Got guys beat up and a couple guys not even wrestling as a result. So picking up some good wins, getting some help from some of our support wrestlers that aren't exactly our most experienced and stuff like that helped out. So we did a good job overall, but there's a lot of little things we must clean up.
You've been practicing wrestling for about a month approximately?
Yeah, maybe
give
close.
Or take.
Yeah.
So your team is ready to go for the most part, but now you say you're banged up a little bit. I knew that you had done a good job against United and company, and also last night I got the lowdown from a guy over here by the name of Matt Taylor. So I thought the kids responded very nicely, and when I hear you over there, they can know exactly what they have to do. The split second they hear you, they respond immediately to what you have to say.
Yeah, usually you hope so. A lot of times in the past it's been not quite the case. And, some of the more experienced kids, they know they already know what to do. I'm just yelling it, and they explode it right away. It looks like I'm telling them what to do, but I'm not really. They're already doing it. I just happen to say it at the right time when the situation calls for it.
We noticed in a lot of the matches, especially the last one, that really gave me and also Coach Taylor a lot of pleasure was the way that Doug Swearingen came up against this big young man, Mong from Alleman, and that was a really wonderful thing. And it was kind of unusual. 3-point takedown right before the end of the first period by Douglas. 3-point takedown by Mong at the end of the second period, and then at the end of the match, the reversal, just really nice.
Yeah, he part of the problem there is not being content where you're at while you're working, if that kind of makes sense. A couple things, Dougie, I want Dougie to work on is continuing to go hard the whole time. Like, he would take a little break here, a little break there. There at the end, you probably saw me yelling at him a little bit just because he was looking up at the clock. He could have very easily been called for stalling, for staying down on the legs too long. That might have stopped it. That guy might have exploded to a reversal. Then what, So little things like that you want to clean up. I mean, Dougie understands. He knows what he's got to do. It's just a matter of us practicing it a little bit more to get the work done.
Saw a couple of situations for Kewanee. You had a number of pins in this last match, but I thought the first match was really against a very tough Riverdale team who has I believe a state champion on their auspices, but also, no, maybe not. Okay.
No, I was talking to my wrestlers.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe.
No, Dean Wainwright's a pretty tough kid. Yeah. He's definitely a very tough kid, and Hunter. He's a kid this is only his 4th year of wrestling, and he's out there doing everything it takes to be better and be better. But Dean has a lot more experience than what Hunter does when it comes to wrestling, and you can see it out there. And, Hunter went after it. And that's what I want my kids to do. Mm-hmm. Go after it with a lion attitude and just try it, because the worst you'll do is learn.
Mm-hmm. We're looking forward to bringing a lot of these wrestling matches, all the home ones here anyway, for this rest of this year, of course, and then next year too, and the new year. Okay, I'm going to go. What does it mean to the wrestling program to see Tim Atwell get an honor like being that?
He's
the athletic director of the year.
I think I had like 1, maybe 2 years of AD under Christakos before Coach Atwell took over, and it's been great. Everything I've needed, he's provided. Every question, everything I wanted, basically. I don't really ask for very much, but he's been there to support us. He's been there to give us everything, so it's very well deserved. And he's a big wrestling fan, so that always helps. When you have that going on, and he understands the sport, so when I go in with a complaint about something, he already understands it and knows it and has an idea of how to respond. So it's been great having him around. I don't know what we're going to do next year. I think Mr. Butler's a basketball fan, not much of a wrestling fan, unless it's WWE or something.
So tomorrow you're going to go to Seneca.
Seneca, big tournament. A lot of teams we don't see normally. A couple teams we will see throughout the season, but I like going over there because there's a lot of new teams over there that we wouldn't necessarily see until sectionals or state. So,
like 18, 19, 20 teams approximately?
I think maybe 22, maybe.
Wow.
I can't remember. Last year we were pretty fortunate there, had a great showing. This year we're going there a little banged up, so we'll see what we do. We should still be able to hang up there with the big dogs a little bit, but we all got to show up and do our job. I mean, that's part of it. And
then also this tomorrow is going to be the Princeton Invitational for the girls, which is nice.
Yep. I think it's its second year being called the Pit for the girls, and our girls are fired up. I got 3 of them that are going to head over and wrestle in it, and they're excited. They're bummed out they didn't get any matches today. Actually, we have 4 of them, sorry. But I think it kind of keeps them hungry a little bit, not getting a match. I think it would any kid, right? You don't get a match, now you really want one. So I think they're prepared. I think they want to go out there. I just hope they're aggressive. I won't be able to be there to coach them. Coach Ray will be going with them, and I'll be heading to Seneca. So.
Sounds great. Well, Coach, thanks for coming up and joining us, and appreciate all the frankness that you give us, and the best of luck. have fun tomorrow, and
hope we do.
hope the boys and the girls all have fun tomorrow.
Yep, sounds
Okay.
good. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Charlie Eads, the head coach of the Kewanee Boilermakers, and I want to thank everybody for listening and watching, and especially to Jacob Doan for what he does over there, our videographer. We appreciate him. Want to tell everybody about our advertisers. We sure appreciate them. Of course, Breedless Sporting Goods in downtown Kewanee, Mel Foster Company, Cerno's Bar and Grill, and Coco's Coffee Shop, both in downtown Kewanee, People's National Bank, Cernovich's Auto and Truck Wrecking, Edward Jones in downtown Kewanee, Kewanee Schools Foundation, Martin Engineering of Neponset, Kewanee Physical Therapy and Rehab Specialists, Community State Bank of Galvin, Kewanee, Great Dane in Kewanee, OSF, St. Luke Medical Center in Kewanee, Gustafson Ford in Kewanee, the State Bank of Dulon, Goods Furniture of Kewanee, Union Federal Savings Loan Association, Hammond Henry Hospital in Geneseo and Kewanee, and of course, Ed Morse, Chevrolet, and GMC Truck in Kewanee. I want to thank the coach for coming up and talking to us, Charlie Eads, for the Kewanee Boilermakers, and also for my color commentator by my side, and for Jacob Doan, our videographer. This is Russ Hughes saying good night and God bless.